Well, guys, welcome back to the Stormwater Creek podcast. I am sitting here with 3 mutants and 2 really cool dudes, Jackie Parker,
gentleman,
and his offspring, Dawson Parker.
Offspring.
I've been watching a lot of Theo Vaughn, and I'm just putting words that are weird together. That's his whole game.
So, the thing about the Dawson Creek reference earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was naming him really serious, and it's when NASCAR just got to Texas. So I was like, man, you got to give him like a race car name or something cool. So I told his mom, I said, I want to name him Cole, and I want his middle name to be Justice.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, she turned me down.
Justice.
Cole Justice.
So we had this huge list.
Captain America.
Yeah,
man,
no kidding, right?
there.
Cole Justice.
Justice.
But she shot it down, and we had we went through this huge list of names. Well, literally, right when we picked the name, Dawson's Creek came out. So everybody was like, oh, man, y'all named him after Dawson's Creek. I was like, I didn't even know about the show. I didn't name my son after Dawson's Creek. I don't watch that stuff. So he had to deal with it.
Yeah.
You
made it this far. From this point on, it doesn't matter.
You're doing great, bro. Don't worry.
Once you get through high school, shit
Hey, when your
doesn't
name's
matter
Jackie, you deal with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have heard some of the comments when I was growing up. I got pretty thick-skinned by now, so.
But you got Jackie Chan. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I mean, I get so. The joke for Austin is just always, oh, you're Austin, you live in Dallas? I'm like, that's really cute, isn't it? Like, yeah.
he's got jokes.
Oh, man, that's really funny. Like, is it, though? You're definitely not the first person.
I like the new one. I got to go take an Abe. Don't forget to wipe your Bowman.
So I'll tell y'all something really cool. So last year, we did a podcast with you guys. I did a podcast with you guys last year. So I guess it was like March and April. Man,
It's been that long?
It was right. Yeah.
No. This is just
the first one?
no with
The last
what
one
was
that
going on
Austin
with the
stuff?
company.
Oh.
It was like crickets. Fortunately, I have a job other than here.
Sure.
I'm like, but I knew for a fact we were going to get busy. But man, March and April were like, it was like crickets. It was like really
Right when the
bad.
pandemic hit.
Yeah, so
Everybody was scared.
Mhm.
Everybody's scared to spend money or do anything.
So I'm like sitting here trying to figure out what am I going to do to get some sales moving. I got to do something. I mean, I still got to pay bills, and I want to grow my business. So I was watching Gary Vee. You guys ever watch him?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dude's awesome. So he was basically saying, you're a freaking idiot if you don't have a TikTok account. I don't care if you're 50 years old. I don't care what you do. Yeah. So anyway, where I'm going with that is, so once we started our TikTok account, I started meeting people on there. There's a guy named Rob. He lives in like Aubrey. Comes by the shop. Guy's got a TikTok account called Texas Hog Killer. Does a lot of hunting. Super cool dude. But I guess if there was going to be any beauty of the lockdown and all this other stuff in 2020 and in 2021, man, I have met so many people all across. I literally just got off the phone with a guy named Marshall Locker in Georgia. He's a trapper out there, and he kills beavers and traps hogs. And we talk. So I got so many people that I've met, and I don't think it would have happened without.
From your perspective, I mean, we all know, outdoor industry just blew up during the pandemic because people first got really scared, then got really tired of being at home, and then kind of said, we want to go do stuff outside. You can't buy a bicycle right now. RVs are gone. Trailers are gone. Everything having to do with the outdoors just sold out, not to mention gun sales and all of that. Did you see a huge uptick once you kind of had that initial dip of scarcity?
I don't know.
I saw it.
Yeah.
You did?
So
100% orders and stuff, really started busting out, especially people, interested in the outdoors.
Yeah,
I would, get on the
totally.
Instagram and check messages. So we'll be getting a lot of questions I'm just getting into this. I've never seen that question, just beginner kind of stuff so much until right when the pandemic hit, and that was all when I noticed.
So I knew we were about to get busy.
Mm-hmm.
So my son was working, and I was like, I want this to be family. I've already dealt. People get on my nerves, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've dealt with it before. Trust me.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
Tell us.
You guys know.
Worse.
Oh, I get it.
So I had to
Picking out camping spots today.
I have to take my son on this long drive and talk to him and say, hey man, I got a deal for you. I'll take care of you. I'll make this lucrative deal for you, but I need you full time. So I brought him on. What was it? When did you come on full time? October?
September-ish.
Yeah, September. Yeah, because we were starting to get busy, and then so basically we're getting ready to scale way up. So I brought him on board full time, and I'm like, I kind of was a little bit of a prick, I guess, because I threw so much on his plate, just thinking every day that I do this all the time, so it's not that big a deal to me. I'm just busy all day, every day. So I give him these projects, and he's like, I mean, you can tell the story about when, we're doing Orschelns. So he's having to set all this stuff up. So what people don't realize is these little things right here.
UPCs.
Yeah. There's a UPC that goes on a case, that goes on an individual package, and it goes on a pallet.
Absolutely.
So
do they make y'all be GS1 certified?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so he literally does. So I gave him all.
You had
this.
To delve in all that.
Yep.
I deal with that at work.
It's really not too bad.
Nah.
It's like doing math homework, but it's like easy math homework. Just a lot of problems.
Yep.
So just kind of roll through it.
But he had to set up. So his big project was, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, it was like, to me, I looked at it and I was like, oh God, the Orschelns deal.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of paperwork there.
There was a lot of paperwork. I'm like, hey, I need you to know this stuff. You got to dig off in this because we can't screw this up. So you had to figure out the margins and percentages and what the wholesale cost is going to be and what their margins are. And
sure.
It's like, oh man.
Work it backwards from what you want it to be on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because they got to make theirs.
So,
but you don't want it too high on the shelf.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, totally.
But we don't want to devalue what we do.
Exactly.
Either, because we know what we have, and I know what my costs are
for sure
to get them. So we try to drive costs down on anything we can, like bags and stuff like that. But as far as the actual attractant goes, we're not driving the cost down on that. That's not going to change. We're going to continue to buy in bulk and drive the cost down. But the Orschelns deal was his first project, and he had Instagram, so he actually knows more of that side of what's going on in the business than I actually do right now.
Yep.
So what's it like having to work with your dad on that and just like, kind of just getting thrown into the wolves?
Oh man, like time management got a different meaning once I really started going with him. I was like fuck, I could manage my time before, but
you thought you could manage your time before.
There's plenty of stuff to do, So I'm going to bed thinking oh man, I didn't get this done or this done. I have to get this done tomorrow, And there's no.
You're having those dreams about work,
right? Yeah.
And he asked me too. He goes, "Hey Dad, what's going on today?" And I'm like, "Man, I really don't know exactly yet."
Yeah. That's a catchphrase actually. At this, you're just like, "Hey man, we're just gonna take it on." Get what we can done and
absolutely
put it to the next.
But literally, we never know.
What phone call or email come through?
So the Texas Hog Bait phone, we have has his own designated line, and he carries it 24/7. Thank you, for that too, son. I appreciate that. So he has to field a ton of phone calls, and he, it's funny because he was like, he doesn't realize how smart he is in the swine world because. And I listened to him on the phone, and I'm like, "All right, man, I'm proud of you, dude. That was perfect. That was a really good. What'd that guy want, And then we get hit up with. He's like, "Hey, how do you want me to handle this?" He gets an Instagram message, and it's like, "Hey, man, can you send me some free stuff?" We get that a lot.
Of course,
we do.
He's like, "What do you want me to do with that?" I was like, Let me show you." So it's just slide to the left and delete. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
just send nudes. See what happens. That's your standard response. Send nudes. We'll work it out.
What happens if you get them?
Delete.
Decisions to be made. Then you bring that to your dad and go like, "Do I send this guy?
This guy? Of course."
There we go.
No, so Dawson he's got a master's degree in entrepreneurship now, because he's had to learn, and I didn't realize what I threw him into the fire, I threw him straight into the fire, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, sink or swim."
Yeah, I'm like, I do this every day. Surely you can handle this, and he's like, "Holy freaking crap!"
Yeah.
He even told me one day, he was like, "There's a lot of stuff to this."
Yeah.
Lots of moving parts, I'm sure.
I was like, I need to express this because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we had to have a couple of conversations, the motivational speeches, because he's like, "This is way more than what I signed up for."
Yeah, then it seemed at face value.
He's like, "This isn't in my job description." I'm like, "Everything's in your job description, man.
You didn't
Clean
get
it
one for a reason.
Yeah, you don't have a job description.
Exactly. That means if you don't have a job description, that means it's your job.
But you know what? Here's the cool thing: in all reality, the cool thing is it's like the best situation I could possibly be in. I get to hang out with my kid every day, all day. we catch COVID together. Literally, let me tell you the COVID story. So we're making bait. 2 days, it's cold in here. We got the torpedo heater over there. So we saw, like, I'm thinking it's smoky in here. So I go to bed, tired. It's like we were going to go to the gym at like 4:30. I come home. He drives separate. I get home. He gets home. I said, hey, man, I don't feel like going to the gym. I'm just tired.
I said, me neither.
And he was like, yeah. He goes, me too. So I go to bed. I wake up, massive headache.
Well,
and like,
I've heard a lot of people say
super tired. And Jennifer's like, Dawson said he had a headache last night. I'm like, holy crap. We got CO poisoning. I'm not even, and I'm a fireman, dude. I should know better, like.
Think about that heater in here.
Yeah, I'm thinking, dude, I got a CO monitor over there now. Because I literally went, they sent me home from work because he was running a fever. I was like, he really ain't running a fever. So I was like, well, I'm going to go.
105? He ain't got a fever.
Yeah. So I'm going to go get tested. This is bull crap. I don't have COVID. So I go get tested. I'm negative. So I'm like, I told y'all I don't have COVID. It's CO. I know what CO is. So I come home. I'm talking to another chief on the phone, and I go into Dawson's room. He's asleep. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, what the crap? I said, hey, buddy, how you feeling, man? It's like, I don't know, man. My head hurts. I'm like, it's CO. Then he's like, my body aches. Like, go get tested. I'm going back to work. So I called him, talked him into letting me come back to work. So I pull in the parking lot. I put my gear on the rig. Dawson texts me. I'm positive. I'm like, oh, crap. So I got to unwind all this and apologize for being such an idiot and having COVID and going back to work thinking that I had CO. But I feel fine. I felt fine. So I come home, positive for COVID. Dawson's laying in bed sleeping. I 100% was like, I'm going to be better tomorrow. And I would wake up and drink a Monster drink, and you're supposed to be quarantined, so I would literally just get in my truck and just drive here or just drive around, Like, nobody saw us for a couple weeks. We kind of hid out. But every day I would do that, and I wasn't sleeping. Wasn't resting, really. Wouldn't get any rest. That's where the scratches on my face came in. I woke up one night. I had hiccups, so I had to go to the doctor and get this medicine for hiccups.
How do you get that medicine?
Dude, the medicine.
I get hiccups sometimes. It just ruined me.
3 days in a row. I had hiccups for 3 days.
Oh.
So they put me on, like,
You weren't that bad.
I don't know, tramadol was something like that.
Tramadol.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this. So he's looking it up. He's like, basically, it's like something you would give a serial killer. It's like total psych drug.
It's a treatment for schizophrenia.
Yeah, so he's reading. I'm like, please get to hiccups. Please get to the hiccups part.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, and right here it says, I'm feeling like a freaking psychopath at this point. And he goes, oh yeah, and also it has hiccups on here.
Yeah, that was the last thing.
It's like
but he's reading it real slow, and it's pissing me off. It's like, are you doing this on purpose, man?
Severe depression,
like
schizophrenia.
Really? That's what I gave our dog when she got spayed.
Oh no,
it was tramadol.
Okay.
So yeah, he's over here reading it out to me.
She was sad for a few days.
She's a savage.
She had her
Like-
privates cut out.
Like it was a Netflix. This was like a Netflix movie.
Uh-huh.
By the way he's doing it. So I'm like, will you please get to the hiccups part, man?
Come on.
Dude, and he's like looking at me when he reads them off.
yeah.
It's like psychopath, schizophrenia.
Yeah, giving you side eye.
Any of those things?
He's thinking,
Shaking his head a little
Then
bit.
he's like, then he gets
I always knew you were
And then
a
he-
psychopath,
and then
Dad.
listen to the little prick. Then he goes like this. Oh yeah, hiccups.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Oh.
Like, man, screw off, man. You
Yes,
freaking.
hiccups.
So I took that and I went to sleep, and I guess I woke up to go pee, and they picked me up off the floor.
That's when you ate it.
I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, I came out of my room. I heard like just
Thunk.
a thunk. Yeah. And I come out there, and he's just on the floor,
Face
like,
down.
yeah. My mom's like, I don't know what to do.
He lives there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not a small human either.
No,
I can't
no.
imagine moving
Just put a
is
pillow
easy.
under
Yeah,
his
here's
head.
a pillow. See you in the morning.
Right, and you can tell he's like half asleep when you're going to pick him up. So I'm like, hopefully he doesn't like wake up like mid me picking him up. It's like intruder or some shit. Like, so that was like
You gotta get
that
an
was
ninja
probably
move,
the
yeah.
biggest thing I was
For
worried
sure.
about was getting.
He lays one of these
smacked in the
half-cocked
face.
Judies on you.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
he knows though. When you wake me up, I freak out, right?
Oh yeah, Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
You got a
You never
broomstick
wake up
up-
someone who's sleepwalking.
no, me though. I kicked my wife. I had surgery one time, and she woke me up, and I kicked her in the face. Like she came in the room. I thought she was coming at me fast. I was like, "What's going on?"
Ninja.
And I kicked her in the
Ninja
face,
dude.
I was on all kinds of drugs. I was on
Sure.
Oxycontin.
I have a pretty healthy, like, phobia of waking people up in general, just because of that. You know?
I always just yell at them. Like if we're at the lease or something, I was like, "Get up, just
Yeah.
get up,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on,
Or throw
lights
something.
or."
I typically get up in the mornings pretty easy, but we could do a
the way you are.
Yeah.
Dawson and I could do an entire like he talk about like doing our day, like how our day goes.
Walk us through it. Walk us through a
Yeah,
day
a
at
day in
Texas
the
Hog
life,
Bait.
a day
Let
in the
Dawson,
life.
let him
Yeah,
do
Dawson
it.
rock it out.
Yeah.
So we
It is.
get up, we eat a breakfast. It's typically a big breakfast. Then we go to the gym, and we get back from the gym, eat some more,
Eat some more.
Of course.
and we get to the shop.
And then what do we do when we get to the shop?
Well, the first thing I do is sit my butt down in the blue chair and get to orders. We'll just go through the orders, go through the emails, see if we have any bigger orders than just the general ones there. And that's like the essentials, you know. And
He eats again.
Basic blocking and tackling.
He
yeah,
eats again.
eats again. Yeah.
Sure.
He eats again.
Sure.
No lie. He literally eats again. That's what I
He's
was
still got.
trying to get
What
to.
did you say? 22.
He, yeah.
Still got that metabolism.
He doesn't go sit in the blue chair. He doesn't come sit in the blue chair. He eats again. He's like, man, I'm kind of hungry. You feeling something? Like
What do we eat?
we got,
What do we eat?
we got all kinds. So we
You got a
got,
shelf of shit over there.
Yeah, y'all saw.
we got a pantry.
No,
This is
get after it.
So me and Dawson are foodies. You know, so when we're together, we can't like it's bad if we go shopping together.
Oh yeah.
Like me and this
Even
guy.
if you're not hungry.
It's not a good thing for me and him to go to the store because everything's going to be
Us going to
spicy.
the dollar store.
And my wife doesn't like spicy. Me and this guy, we're like Thai spicy. You know,
Yeah,
4
totally.
out of 5. That's where we
Absolutely.
find ourselves.
Hell
Matter
yeah.
of fact, I want you guys to try that Wagyu.
Yeah, that's a good time.
So what Jackie's pointing out here in front of me is some Wagyu jerky. Is it spicy?
That is spicy. Yes,
All right.
That's
Spicy.
ghost pepper, I bet.
it's Fort Butcher. This guy's down the street and he has he sells Wagyu. So me and Dawson, what do? I go in there the first time we go in there. It's Wagyu Wednesday. They've got all kinds of stuff. They're cooking burgers. I'm like, get stuff. Just buy stuff.
Get you some.
And now
Shut
he's
up and take my money.
he's like my Wagyu expert though. He cooks all the Wagyu steaks. He makes Wagyu butter.
Oh yeah.
Tell him
That's
tell
fun.
him about that.
Wagyu butter.
Wagyu butter. Oh man. Well, when you cut that fat off the meat, you just cook it down, put it in a jar. It's like you can save that, you know. So like
Render
you're
it
cooking
down. Yeah.
this is from 3 steaks ago, you know, and you're cooking it in there.
Hey,
And-
give him a hand, please.
Man, that stuff's different.
Oh, you're gonna.
Hey, look, here's a man
you want
knife.
me to take? That's not a knife.
This is a knife.
Oh,
What's
he's
that?
gonna cut
Is
himself.
that like from a movie or something?
Just let him cut himself.
Stop talking.
Stop whenever.
I gotta cut you got a tetanus shot recently, so
Yeah.
everybody's good now.
Yeah, I did. Your wife made me get
No,
it.
she sent me a picture because he
Had
smashed
you
his
just-
finger real good, and she was like, apparently, was like, did you have a tetanus shot? And he's
Aren't
like,
you
I don't
stoked that
know.
you poked a
Which is the
hole
same
in
thing the last time I hurt myself real bad. She's like, you have a tetanus shot?
I
don't know.
Like 8.
So
I'm an adult.
she's like
When was the
texting
last
me
time
with
you
a
got a
picture
tetanus shot,
with
Jared?
picture of him sitting at the
Tetanus
doctor's office.
shot?
She
Yeah.
said, how do none of you people
back when my parents
not
were in
have a
charge?
tetanus shot?
What?
I don't
When
know.
was the last time you got a tetanus shot?
I was just thinking, I don't even remember. Probably not that long ago. I'm
You got-
usually good for an ER visit once a year.
5 years. Every 5 years, I think, is the number.
I have not had a tetanus shot.
So let me tell you that Wagyu jerky right there. So our next
We're
door
passing
neighbor,
this out right now.
our
Smells
neighbor
spicy.
at the shop is Ben Miller. He owns a company. He ships for Procter and Gamble. Yeah, do it. That's not gay.
Gosh,
Yeah, I know.
I hate myself right now.
It's a good thing it's not being video.
no, you don't.
So I gave Ben. So let me tell you. So King of the Hammers has started
Oh, man.
today. You guys know
Oh,
what
yeah?
King of the Hammers is?
Oh yeah.
No.
So Ben has a race car in King of the Hammers. He's got a Can-Am and he's got a car, a rock crawler.
That's super rad.
So what's cool is Ben's such a good dude. He's like, hey man, if you got a logo, I'll slap it on my cars. So he slaps Texas Hog Bait on both of his cars. Me and Dawson are in the office watching him qualify the other day. He flipped his car. I text him like, dude, are you okay?
I'm an idiot. Can you explain to me what King?
So King of the Hammers is basically like if you mix like Baja racing, rock crawling,
Setting the
just
mood.
off-road racing, every type into one race. That's what King of the Hammers is.
Okay.
Everything.
It's like
you have to have fast. You have to have rock crawling. You have to have
Just to be an idiot.
And
Be
one
crazy,
car.
a psychopath.
I'm into that.
So
charging everything.
I didn't know what it was either, Abe. I look it up. I look it up on YouTube, and I go over and I go, Ben, what are you doing? This is his first time he's ever doing King of the Hammers. I'm like, you have a wheel and stuff, right?
Yeah, you got your affairs in order, right?
He said, yeah. He's like, I got all my stuff in order. I'm talking about King of the Hammers with Ben. But, yeah, so he's over there right now. They raced their Can-Ams today. We didn't get a chance to catch it. We'll see what happened. But he definitely qualified for, for the Can-Am race. But I think his transmission busted in his car. So I got to check. It's tomorrow. The big cars are tomorrow.
Where do they race at?
It's
Is it from around here or no?
It's in California.
Okay.
It's
I think my coworker was watching that yesterday. He's got a buddy who's doing that, and he wiped out on a turn, and they were talking about going next year. And it's intense.
Yeah, they have like a small course that you have to qualify
Right.
to prove that you can do the whole race.
Sure, so you just don't get a bunch of idiots out there, for sure.
It's like 100 and something miles.
It's basically so your shit doesn't break down in the course while they're doing it because you're charging rock crawling at full speed.
And when he's talking about rocks, we're talking about like boulders. Like they have to winch themselves up cliffs. I'm like, Ben, what are you doing, man? This is crazy.
I'm gonna have to check this out. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it
Where
is.
is it? Okay.
What's not on YouTube?
Awesome, dude.
If you go to
What's not on YouTube?
if
Good
you go
point.
to
Touche.
if you Google King of the
I think
Hammers,
it's
you'll
one big
pull
industry
it up
that's
and it'll
not.
show you. You can actually watch it live tomorrow.
All right.
It'll be up there. So, but yeah, so we got a sponsorship going for that
Favorite
with that.
videos.
So it was
That's
pretty cool.
awesome.
That's super rad, dude.
So he took a ton of gear over there. So at night, it gets like 20 degrees over there. So we had a bunch of beanies, and he was like, "Hey, give me some of those beanies. I'll take them over there and sell them." So I was at the fire station in Dawson, loaded him up. I had all kinds of. I'm like, "Well, if you're going there, we're going to send you a ton of gear." He said bring some gear. I gave him way more gear than he probably was expecting. Yeah, but I gave Ben some of this jerky one day. Well, I gave him a one, and he was not that high. How spicy is that?
I mean,
No,
it's got good
I like
flavor.
spicy a lot too. So it's
So there's
fine.
some that have ghost peppers in them, and the one I gave him apparently lit him up, and he was like, "I'm never eating anything from you again." So he hated my guts.
He'll be all right.
Anytime we get Thai food, I do the same thing. Tell my wife like whatever they say, just get the top end of it. And I usually add sriracha and stuff. And I'm eating it and coughing and nose is running. She's like, "Why do you do this?" I was like, "I don't know if it's either spicy or it's not.
my
Like
freaking
to me, I
gosh.
want spicy as shit. Like I want it to be spicy and hurting or not spicy."
We were talking about
Like,
the Nashville hot chicken, though. That
Yeah.
kicked my ass.
Did it?
Bad. Like, it was one of those things that was so hot, I gotta keep eating this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god, this is terrible, and I'm in pain, but I'm gonna keep eating this. And there's a spot in Dallas that we found, and it was the closest.
What was the name
thing.
of it?
I'd have to text Steph. I can't remember.
No, it don't
It was
matter.
delicious, though.
Louise's?
No. Luisa's?
Oh, Tammy's?
Just keep on guessing girls' names.
Yeah.
That works.
Keep going.
What was the girl's name
Glorious?
at 7-Eleven today?
Manatee.
Willie?
Willie.
So we got
Thank you, Jackie.
we got some really
Rein
cool
it in.
stuff
Rein it in.
coming down the pike right now.
This is why we like having you on the podcast.
Well, since
we
the last
just talked about.
podcast-
I like
We
how you like
talked about-
derail them. You're like,
We're not going to derail you.
The last
That-
podcast we
awesome.
talked about, it wasn't out yet, was the liquid.
Right.
Yes.
And so people people know about it, but as far as our listeners, haven't heard about the liquid bait yet.
Yeah. So it's new. So I don't know, Dawson. When we first got it, we blasted through it
Oh yeah.
like pallets of it. It was ridiculous. So our liquid, one of the big deals about our liquid is like I was telling you guys earlier, Tag Floyd. So we were going to call it Sounder Sauce. And Ty got it in his hands. He got some samples. He calls me and he's like, "This is not a sauce. This is a syrup." So I'm like, "Yeah, but I've already got my artist and she already put Sounder Sauce on there." Anyway, he pitched a fit. And I had to change it to Sounder syrup because it's so thick and nasty.
It is. It's thick.
So when you look at liquids, if you look at the moisture content, people are eating. Dawson.
Jerky. It's
It's
all
Dawson.
good.
Not me.
Whatever.
Crunching in your ears. That's what everybody know. Call him out.
They're used to this.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this probably sounds better.
Last time we were all spitting the whole time.
Yeah, no kidding. It was awesome though. Yeah, but y'all were spitting like a big spittoon.
Oh yeah.
You were spitting. Go.
I think it was the first and only time we've used that thing.
I was on a Western, man. It's like crazy. Spurs on, cling. The saloon. But the one thing about liquids is, and what we wanted to do is separate ourselves from anybody else's. We want to make so our big focus is if we can please a trapper. If you can please a professional trapper, then you know you're probably in a pretty good place. So the blackout, actually, I give a lot of the credit to Tig because I had these different attractants that we were going to different flavors, and when he saw the black licorice, the anise flavored, he goes, "Oh my gosh, give me this! This is what I'm talking about." And he was real excited, so I got really excited about it too. There isn't really anything like it in America, and he had great success with it right off the bat. So he actually went out and did all the R&D, tons and tons of R&D. He got it down to a science, and then he literally helped us write the instructions on how to use it. It's 2 cups per 50 pounds of corn.
We got pigs running around our trap right now.
Do you really?
With
liquid running.
Yeah. So here's a cool story.
That 7:30
Sweet,
picture.
Man. So last night in the city of Louisville, Ty goes over to Louisville yesterday and delivers a trap to this trapper that trap. This is a cool story too because this guy does cool work. So he brings the trap and some bait, and then he goes out there in Louisville, and 3 hours later, he's got pigs in the trap. He drops the gate. 3 hours. This guy's like, I'm sold on this stuff. So I had to go. That's when I was calling you guys earlier. Is I had to go to Louisville because this guy had to rebait some traps, and it's at the Dallas Gun Club. There's
yeah.
Right there on that river.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then the dump down there.
Yep.
So there's
absolutely.
So Tig's excited because
them.
They're city pigs. There's not a lot of trappers in this area. There's just not. So the guy's name's Coy. I was talking to him today, and I'm like, you need to hit Argyle up, man, because like, I don't know, we see dead pigs on the side of the road all the time, right?
Yeah, 1171.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we see dead. Yeah, there. We turn right off 377. Right there's a big old.
We live right there.
We
live in Trophy Club.
Know.
Oh yeah,
there's pigs in Trophy Club.
Totally.
I mean, yeah, we
run Denton Creek all the time. We duck hunt a grapevine all the season. Like, pigs everywhere.
Yeah, so USDA is now taking over Irving and Arlington, USDA trappers. So I talked to USDA trappers.
How do you get that gig?
I don't know. That's but
I need a new gig. I'll spend some money and buy a bunch of traps.
Yeah, you can get grants though. There's farm grants.
That's fine too.
I'll
USDA, invest in this.
And there's ways to make money. It's better than poison,
Oh, absolutely. But I'm sorry to derail. Continue.
Well, bye.
So this guy that traps in Louisville, on the side of his truck, it's like all faded stickers and stuff, and on the bottom of it says, all meat is donated. It's processed and donated. So this guy traps every pig and has every one of them processed, and he donates everything to a food bank.
That's awesome.
You're doing the Lord's work, man.
Totally.
That's so cool that you do that because I'm not that guy. I mean, I want to. I wish. I mean,
we are our share of pigs.
Yeah.
If it's a Wednesday and somebody's got to go clear the trap, who's doing it? 223 round the head, and that pig gets drug off in the forest. And we're going back to home.
There's buy stations, and Ty will sell them when the prices are good, and there's buy stations close to him. And Dawson's been with him, and he can tell you his experience with loading pigs and selling pigs. But that's what they do. They take them and they process them in Fort Worth and San Antonio. So they're turned into either dog food or they're turned into meat. And with the prices of pigs going down, then trappers don't have an incentive to take them to a buy station. So we had one farmer we went to, and they shot them all like skeet. I mean, it was like they just let them out, just trapping. Four guns. Nobody suffered anything at all, but it looked like the Civil War when it was over with. It was snow on the ground.
Abe and I had an experience like that.
I bet.
I mean, I posted it on my own personal social media, and I did it for a reason. So I wanted to get rid of the weenies. It's like, hey, if you don't like this and you say something, then I'm going to make you go away.
Mother Nature's a tough bitch.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. I mean,
things got to die.
Hey, This is that's part of the eradication thing.
Absolutely.
Is people don't get.
We talked about
hunting's ugly business. Trapping's ugly business sometimes. The killing's dirty business sometimes.
When we're killing 26% of the pigs across the South, you're supposed to be killing 75%
to even start making a dent.
To maintain.
To maintain.
Yeah, exactly.
The status quo, and you're not. You gotta get more traps on the ground. We gotta incentivize that. We gotta do something with legislation to make it more lucrative. We want to do like a documentary. I mean, I was on the phone with a lady yesterday, and she is opening up a hog processing plant, basically. They're going to take all these pigs, because you can only hold live hogs for 3 days, and then you have to do something. You have to kill them.
Yeah.
In Georgia, so any pig that's released, if it's a domesticated pig, if it's a young pig, it can go feral in 1 week.
Yep.
If it's an older pig, it can go feral in 2 weeks. Like, it will be 100% wild in 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
That's insane, and they survive. You get your potbelly pig that goes out. Problem is, in 24 hours, in the state of Georgia, they got to kill him. No questions asked.
Yeah.
So Marshall Locker, I was talking to him on the phone earlier. What he did is he found this pig in this yard, and he was dispatched to go take care of this pig, and he shot it, killed it. It was this lady's pet.
Oh,
God.
She cussed him up and down, one side down the other.
Yeah.
He goes, I wish I would have had a camera on. I was like, man, Marshall, I have to tell this story, man.
Please.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, yeah, so he's like, it ain't the first one I've ever killed like that. I mean you're killing people's pets, man. That's a brutal job.
Yeah.
That's what he does for a living. He kills beavers and hogs. Does it for a living. Yeah. And I got a buddy I work with at the fire station. This is not a good story I'm going to tell y'all. I got to be honest. So my buddy at the fire station is like, hey, man, you go out there and give me a pig. I'm like, no problem. I'm going to kill a bunch of them, 27 of them. It's snowy, nice and cold outside. I videoed them, and that's all I did. I got my truck and left. All those pigs there. We put them in a skid steer. I got to tell you, man, I wasn't into it.
Oh, they can both, all three of them can vouch of, like, should we text people and see if they want pigs? And I've been at our lease, we shoot a pile of them out in East Texas, Cedar Swamps, just piles. Every weekend pigs get shot. And one will come into camp. A couple times I've texted our group of friends. Anybody wants a pig? I'll bring a couple hindquarters home, something. Yeah, dude, bring some. I stand around for 5 minutes and look at it. Yeah, I ain't cutting it up, sorry. Sorry, it just ain't happening.
Nah.
Especially when it's cold. Like, I got bad hands and shit. In the summer, it's opposite how it should be.
Totally.
But,
I mean, it's just, I'm not that mad.
My shoulder's good.
Dawson, tell them about your first gutting, field dressing of a pig.
I was thinking about it while y'all were talking. You realize that there's some nasty animals.
Oh, yeah.
You get in there and
it was a summertime too.
It was
all
hot.
crusted mud and shit from trying to stay cool. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That guy was muddy, and we cut him open, and that stench, it was so excited to leave and get up in your nose.
And it stayed. Dawson was like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, yeah, because we cooked some hog right after. So, we got inside and we're eating this shit. And I'm like, God. I'm looking at it, I see the guts and the fat. And, I can still smell it. And
that'll
turn you off to pigs real quick. Eating feral hogs.
I can go somewhere and, literally now, I can walk somewhere and smell pigs.
For sure.
There's hogs over here somewhere.
Yep.
That was one of the things that was cool.
Sweet, pungent.
Yeah, it's more pungent than sweet. But, so I was out with Tiger all day, and man, that guy.
Is that what you smell at 7-Eleven?
So,
basically,
when people bait traps, we get trappers that come by the shop all the time. There's a trapper that came by, and if honestly, man, if you use a box trap, I don't consider you really a trapper, so I don't give you a discount.
Okay.
But if you're a real cellular trapper, like a professional trapper, and you come by my shop, you're going to get a really good discount on your products because you do this professionally. Yeah. We'll take care of you. But there's guys that come by here, and there's pigs, man, these guys have a hard time trapping them, and we're like, how are you baiting? Can you show me a video or pictures of how you're baiting? You can't just go into a trap and pour corn in the middle of it and expect them to just show up. Or my bait, or Texas Hog Bait. You have to, what happens is in every sounder you have an alpha sow. So if an alpha sow goes in there, or if a boar comes in, there's some boars, like smaller ones, that'll be with the sounder. But if an alpha sow comes in, if you don't create bump lines, like these, you got a line that goes in, and then you create bump lines that come off. That's why sometimes people say, it's like the Fantastic Four or whatever emblem. It's like you're trying to make an emblem. No, those are to keep the pigs comfortable when they're in there together. Because when they get inside there together, if there's just a pile of pigs, one pig's going to be like, "No, get off this," and they'll run them out of the trap.
Yeah, and they start fighting and tussling.
Yeah, they'll run them out of the trap.
We've all heard them fighting.
I've got videos of them fighting. Tons of videos of them fighting. But you got to know how the process works to get them all in there, and that's what Tag does. He puts pigs in pens. I mean, that's what a lot of trappers don't realize is if you mix up your baits, like if you are constantly changing your baits to different things. The hogs are so intelligent that they're going to be like, something's fishy going on around here. They can smell your feet. Yeah. I mean, for crying out loud. Yeah. So, but what you got to do is you got to figure out where they're coming from. You got to go, where's the trail at? Where are they coming in at? And then you have to bait that and entice them to that area. Because you can have 77 pigs on a piece of property, and if you put bait in there, that doesn't necessarily mean those pigs are going to find it. Because they can smell from 5 to 7 miles, but you definitely got to make sure you go out. Ty goes out 150 to 200 yards, and he'll drop corn. He'll take a bucket, and he'll drop corn, and he'll bring kind of lines back in where he sees them traveling, and he'll bring little small lines and just kind of like just little niblets, breadcrumbs, and he puts a pig. That very first night he's on the Brazos River in Palo Pinto County. There are so many pigs in that area. We flew a drone. We pulled in. He goes, "Look, there's hogs over there." Binoculars. He gets his drone out, flies it over there, and there's like 20-something pigs or something like that. Just take off running.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
We got to bait different.
I think we do.
So we've
had a trigger problem of late.
Trigger?
Because we're not running cell. We're running like a drop gate, like guillotine gate with a rope.
So
they kick the board hung up. We have a feeder that kind of throws over there. A board that hangs up, so they kind of kick this board and get slammed shut.
It's like Amish or something.
This is like the poor person version of a trap.
Yeah, that's the Amish version of trapping.
This is the Stormwater Creek way.
You know us. You know us.
Yeah, no, I did.
We went from we couldn't get it to trigger to we can't keep it from
trigger. Raccoons are triggering it right now.
Oh, the raccoons are?
Yeah.
So the first thing we did, and so we're just going to kind of use you as our sounding board, and you can tell us what we did wrong. Of course. So we have a pin made out of hog wire,
hog panels,
and T-posts in the ground. That is secure. We're not getting out of that, right?
Right.
At first we built a squeeze trap, a squeeze door, and we figured out very quickly that that's not going to work.
It did work. And then that pig got real pissed and turned that thing 90 degrees inside out.
Yeah. Exactly. It did not work once again because it didn't hold the pig in there. So then we were like, all right, well, let's build a guillotine style door, and I built one out of 2x4s and plywood. It's solid, but our trigger is rope from the bottom of the door, holds it up, goes up over down a pulley, down onto a piece of what do you call that? 2x2,
1x1,
1x1, and that sits on 2 pieces of rebarb into the ground, and we bait right around that. I think Jackie just stroked out while I was telling this. He's just like, "You people get the fuck out of my shit!"
I'm listening to you, man.
Get out of here, all of you.
I'm like trying to envision it in my head.
Yeah. So
I can show you on that picture.
I knew y'all are retards.
You got two pieces of rebar at an angle.
This takes the cake.
Rope off the gate. Yeah. Rope off the gate's tied to a 2-foot piece of 1x1. 2 pieces of rebar at an angle, facing away from the gate.
Yeah.
So you hook that board in here, and the ropes kind of run between them. So if they kick it at all, it just the weight of that gate. It's like 3/4 inch ply. It's pretty heavy. It just kind of drops.
It's plywood gate.
Yeah,
I'm visioning this thing in my head. You
and it's
you want
not-
to tell him or you want me to
I'm
tell him?
trying
pictures,
to.
don't
Yeah,
You wanna tell- you wanna tell him or you
the
want me to
rat
tell him?
trap board game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is absolutely the rat. This is Mousetrap. 100%.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Guillotine gate.
Gosh, look at that, man.
Oh, it's
I mean, so it runs over here, and you can see that kind of little black rope.
Does
So
the when it goes off, does the banjo go off?
Absolutely. The still kicks on automatically.
Yeah,
You run some
exactly.
shine,
Got a
banjo goes off.
Exactly.
You sure got a pretty
Now
mouth.
we
Yeah,
have
exactly.
successfully trapped one pig in
No,
it.
two.
Hey,
Two pigs.
I'm officially naming that trap Deliverance.
Deliverance trap.
This is the Deliverance trap. That's just because the people that are listening can't see it.
So around the area where the rebar is,
I'm trying
the
to-
trigger hooks, we
Yeah.
call that the Abe hole.
we gotta explain this to the listeners, Dawson. We gotta explain to them. You know, we're trying to give everybody a visual of what this thing looks like.
Oh, we'll post an Instagram
post a
video.
picture.
well, yeah, you guys.
We'll be
gotta-
out there Saturday.
I mean, literally.
It really looks like a guillotine.
It does.
Is a guillotine.
It
Like,
looks
it looks like there's a big old blade on it.
Absolutely.
yeah, right.
Should
It
be.
looks like something
It's a-
off. Like
We should have.
it's a
blade on it.
purification process.
It's a 4x3 piece of 3/4 ply. I mean, it weighs
Oh, shit.
50
Yeah.
pounds, 60
Okay.
pounds.
Okay.
It just shuts.
Yeah.
It's
Might break their neck.
might
you know?
yeah.
Oh, but I mean, if they trigger it, they're 20 feet away from it.
Oh,
And they
okay,
have to go.
okay.
The
up
very
and around
first, the very first thing I think of is William Wallace.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I'm like, this is Braveheart sort of ish,
Yeah.
sort of. I guess.
No, it's backwoods nonsense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
It is
combination.
Southern
If you
engineered.
took Braveheart and
Redneckery.
Deliverance and
Wow.
the Dukes of Hazzard.
What happens is you gave 12-year-olds enough money to do something with, but
12
not
year olds with
enough.
careers.
Yeah, you
not
get-
enough money to do something cool with.
No.
Yeah.
And
no.
then watch
We have
YouTube.
plenty of money to do it the right way. We're just cheap.
We just don't want to.
Show it.
We
picture.
had, yeah.
I have coined it. We're budget hunters, guys.
Budget hunters.
Oh my God.
We're budget hunters.
Yeah.
Thrift.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Thrift.
yeah.
Thrifty, yes.
Thrifty. So,
Frugal.
That's
the fancy
our
word.
current problem is
Frugal.
keeping it. We've
Keeping the raccoons out of the Abe hole.
So what happened was we trapped a pig, and it turned that place into a disaster hole.
Oh, the last time.
Disaster hole.
A disaster hole.
It's a monster.
It's a monster.
So we trapped a pig a few months ago.
Yep.
Shut that thing
And it rained for like a day while it
2
was
days,
in there. 2 days.
and our cell camera went down, and we didn't know it.
Yeah.
So we're like, man, we should go check it because we had a bunch of activity. And we get out there, and this pig's been in there 3 days in a mud pit.
Yeah.
It turned it from like worn down grass to shin deep mud. We
Oh,
walked.
nice.
Yeah.
We got in there to get this thing out, and after we
Double
shot
its
it,
weight.
we're staring at each other and looking at this pig like, I don't know what to do now. Because the only way in and out of this trap is through that guillotine. So somebody's got to hold it up, and somebody slips under. So we get in there and tie a rope to this pig and drag it out. You can't even tell it's a pig by the time we get it out.
No,
it
it's
looks
just
like
a
a mud
mud-
ball.
Mud
Big
ball.
ball.
We ended up rinsing it, and we cut it up and I ate it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
it's like mudcat pigs. Man.
Oh.
He was clean. I mean,
Crawdad.
did it in our side drive behind our fence in Trophy Club, like if the neighbors only knew.
Oh yeah, if they only knew.
Kicking the pig out of the tailgate of my truck.
With that much mud and sprayed him
neighbors
off.
know.
You should take him to the car wash.
I should have taken
Yeah.
it. I have a pressure washer. I should have just got out there in the driveway. It's like, hey guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Your neighbors know. I've seen them walk by your house, and they're just
Oh,
like
yeah.
they just like kind of do the nervous wave, like,
Like,
"Hey, how y'all doing?"
It's those
Like, he's
people.
all like, look straight. Don't look at him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out
Don't
of
look
here.
at him again.
Get out
Yeah.
of here.
Those people.
So
Things got
ever
weird.
since
I'm sure it's
that
fine.
happens,
It just
It's
messed
just-
things up.
we couldn't keep it triggered. So what we thought is that it's got too much mud up. It's just built up, and we need to clear out the trigger area, right? And so then I took a shovel and I dug out so that it would sit and be free of the ground. And
Sit and be
that
free.
didn't work so well. So I dug it out even more, and that has now worked.
The Abe hole.
The Abe hole.
The Abe hole.
The Abe hole. So I took some of the blackout and I poured a little blackout into the Abe hole and a little corn down there.
Sounder syrup.
It's
Where's a picture of that?
so far they're in there almost all the time, but we can't get it to trigger. So now we're starting to look at fancy gates like what you have here.
Yeah, you need to. You need
Yeah,
to
it's time to invest.
definitely. I'll tell you right now. getting a wireless gate system and a camera system.
My wife's uncle runs 2 of them and loves them.
Dude, they are so much fun. Like, you can pull them up on your phone and just watch.
Yeah.
And see what's going on. And then you can send it a code and drop it whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that expensive. It's really not. I mean, if y'all would do me one favor, though, is go
be better humans.
Wear coveralls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stand in front of that thing and take a picture with some blackout and send it to me, and I will put it on the webpage.
Sure.
We posted a video of us setting it up and stuff a while back.
Yeah.
Are you talking in front of the gate or what?
Yeah, I just want people to see this.
We'll show you the
I
gate.
want it to be an advertisement for blackout.
Here, let's
Done. We're
These dirty rednecks can use.
Yeah.
Look at these morons figured out how to do it.
These guys can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. I will tell you, we're using your sauce as a kind of a steady drip.
Yeah.
And you were talking about just
we
that
tied up in a tree.
moisture content and how much solid is in that. It is thick. It's like
it is thick.
It's not peanut butter, but it's
thick. You can
very
put it
viscous.
if you go to Home Depot. You can get
Good word.
Yeah, good word. You go to Home Depot and get a spray bottle. You can actually put it in a spray bottle. I don't know how long it'll work for, but I tested it because of all the sugar in it. But you can literally spray it. So you can pour it in a spray bottle and you can spray it on whatever you want to spray it
surprising
on.
to me.
Yeah, it worked. I tried it. So
Okay. I'd like to give that a try. I'd like to just
Poured liquid paper on a bee.
It died.
I swear, I took a video
We did.
of me
somewhere.
I
I bet
setting
it's on
the
your
trap.
old phone.
No, it all transferred over.
Oh, you got technology on your side. I just start over
Doing,
every time I get a new phone. I'm like, it's a whole new world.
you know what we get?
Yes.
I finally got some people that like. One of the things is like on TikTok, is we have experts on there. Obviously. Have you guys ever heard of Clapper?
Clapper?
Yeah. Sounds like
else close to that.
it sounds like a venereal. Sounds like a venereal disease.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
That was the tree I was barking at.
This is
the clapper.
this is the total trashy version of TikTok. So Dawson's like, hey, should I download this because I have a Clapper account?
Okay.
And I put videos on there. Man, filled with psychopaths. Like
in a good way or a bad way?
No, in a bad way.
Bad way.
Oh God.
They said, this one guy said, I already called the FBI on you. I'm like,
Yes.
The FBI.
The FBI.
What?
The very first video I ever posted.
Can you record the next time you call and send that to us, please, sir? Yes, I'd
No,
love to
I
see
have
it.
this. I can show you the video. Like, the very first video I ever did on Clapper, I'm not afraid to get and do a video. You
Sure.
know? I'm not, bashful about that. So, all I did was get on there and said, it's Dawson again, everybody. All I did was get on there and said, hey, I'm Jackie Parker. I actually said, hey, I heard Clapper is not as sensitive about censorship as TikTok is, so if I can get some people to follow me, we'll post some videos on here. I'm Jackie Parker. This is Texas Hog Bait. That's all I said. 70,000 views and 350 comments. I deleted a lot of them because some people said some pretty gnarly stuff. Stuff I wouldn't even say on a podcast.
Not even ours.
No, it's that bad, right?
We'll talk off
No,
there.
it's that bad.
I need to
It's
see
that
some
bad. Clapper sucks, in general. I mean, you'll get on there, you download it, and if you make the mistake of letting them send you notifications, well, you've messed up there because you will get 4 notifications before you're out of bed, and it's just videos you don't care about. And it's funny, you get on there, and the interface, right? It's like they compress the file one more time before they put that video out there, right? So you're getting the file, and you're getting these Mario pixel looking videos on every single post, and I'm not kidding. That's
terrible.
the way they set it up. I don't know if that's that's
flip phone,
right.
Audio's even terrible, right?
I'm wondering did they go through Apple and they're like, they're like, okay, well, if you want free speech, you at least got to have some bad quality.
Yeah.
And like that was kind of the trade-off. I'm not really sure, but like
you can say whatever you want, but you can only.
But
use
you're gonna look like
Nintendo
shit.
as a way to deliver the audio.
Yeah.
It's probably where we're going.
So I dump a bunch of who knows, man. So I post videos on there. I post a lot of stuff on there just because it's the thing is, I mean, don't complain about not doing business if you're not going to actually reach out and try to, it's free. So I have to post stuff on there, and I try to do a little tiny bit of engagement on there, but so the censorship thing, man, I sort of see it both ways. Like TikTok belongs to Dawson Chew and everybody. TikTok belongs to them.
Yeah.
So we'll post stuff on there, and they'll take stuff down. Sometimes they'll take a video down. I'm like, what the frick? What'd they take it down for? And then I will appeal it, and they'll put it back up. And then one time I appealed a video, and they put it back up, and then it got freaking like 100,000 views. I guess they felt bad. They were like, oh yeah, that was totally.
Let's drive a little traffic this way.
Yeah, but I literally have a video. I have to show y'all this video I have of Clapper. I'm walking through these dead pigs, and it looks like a civil war.
Oh yeah. Dearest Bartholomew. It was a bloody day on the battlefield.
It was. That's the one I posted it on Clapper just to see how I was like.
Just to see how much they would do.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what they were going to do. Like, this is as bad as it gets. So I threw it on there, and I'm like, hey, if they kick me off, they kick me off. They said there was
Let's test the waters.
I tested the waters. Trust me. This video is pretty gnarly.
Now on, when you get those, can you send me free stuff? You send nudes, then you put that on Clapper. Boom. Instant millionaire.
Yeah. I mean, this video is bad, and people are commenting on there like...
It's a recipe.
I mean, there was actually a lot of pretty solid comments on there. And then, the video that I got the most hate on was the very first video I ever posted.
Which makes no sense.
Which makes zero sense. I got way worse stuff out there than that. I mean, I post, look at my shop. I mean, come and take it. Don't tread on me. I'm out. We send out the
white privilege is
the Constitution.
Yeah,
unchecked.
Walking privilege.
But we send a Constitution out with every order that comes out. I mean, that ought to tell you something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of who we are.
Well, you're a very soft-spoken individual. Real low-key. So I can't imagine.
Well, I'll tell you something funny. Dawson and I went to the liquor store the other day when we got off work. So we walk in, and this girl's like, hey, do you want to try this vodka? And I was like,
was Abe there?
Yeah, sure, I'll try it. She goes like this. She
goes,
goes,
bro.
Then the very next thing she says is she goes, it's only $12 a bottle. And I drank it, and I was like, and she was like, what do you think? And I was like, it wasn't good. I just wasn't good. I mean, and that was like me. I guess I was like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, this was horrible.
It was horrible.
I think I put rubbing alcohol in my mouth just
dude,
now.
It tastes like isopropyl alcohol. I was like, why in the hell would you sit at the front of the store with the crappiest vodka ever made and push it and let people try it? Like, you should have put lime juice or something in there.
Right.
There's anything you could have done besides taste it hot. Yeah. Drink it hot. And in a medicine cup. I would rather drink NyQuil.
She was asking me for my ID, and I said, I don't really want any.
Robo-testing, man.
Yeah, she asked Dawson. She's like, you can have. So I drink it.
These kids know what's up.
And then she asked Dawson. She's like, I need to see your ID before you can try some. And he's like,
I'm good.
No, I don't want any.
Don't
I saw my dad.
I saw what just went down.
I'm out, dude. You're trying to poison me.
Around where they get what we want.
Ain't sweating this.
I'm out.
Man, when I had COVID, my taste went to like this metallic copper, old rusty can at a farm that had water in it for 2 years.
Gross.
It was so nasty. So one day I said, you know what? My taste buds are gonna suck. I'm gonna drink something. I'm gonna drink some alcohol. And I poured me up a vodka drink, and it tasted like freaking poison. I about gagged to pour it out. I couldn't even drink.
Yeah.
Couldn't even drink.
That is the worst. That makes me not want COVID anymore.
Yeah, they
So many layers.
I didn't have anything in my chest.
So many layers.
Makes me not want it anymore.
I didn't have any chest stuff, but I have some buddies that did. They had one of them was in the ICU for a while.
It
hits everybody different.
It's so weird.
Steph's grandma
all over
got
the place.
it, and they gave her a little inhaler, and she said it felt like a flu, and she got over it. But her friend she was with, when they went down to the coast, she was in ICU for like 2 or 3 weeks, and like just recently kind of got over all her symptoms. Yeah. Steph's mom was sick. She said it was kind of like a cold, still a little residual. Her dad just had like 103 fever for like 7 days straight. Was just beat from having a fever.
Yeah, Dawson was like sick for like 2 days.
I
and
just slept until I was better, and I was better like
That's the way to
8
do it.
days before both my parents.
I
He didn't want to sleep. He was drinking Monster drinks every single morning while I'm sleeping with this virus.
I'm like,
so 5 days later, I'm good, and he's just absolutely messed up. It was hilarious.
Stupid. It's so stupid. I'm like, I'm a freaking like a professional. I do this for a living.
Yeah.
You would think I would not know. I would know. I had to go to the emergency room.
Taking your own advice, hardest thing on the planet. Changed my mind.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And the thing is, I called Erin Ingalls. We worked on the helicopter together for a long time. She's a flight nurse. So she's married to one of my best friends. So I'm calling her, and I'm saying, hey, look, I feel drunk. Like, I feel weird. She's like, I said, what do I do, Erin? She goes, I want you to go to the emergency room right now. Well, I know a lot of people in hospitals. So I go to this one in South Lake. It was like the worst thing ever. They do labs on me, and they come back, and I said, what's my lab say? She was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Basically, I don't really care. So I said, can I see my labs? So she brings them in. I look at my H&H, and I'm like, I'm super dry. Okay. So you got a hep lock in or saline lock in me. I said, can you give me some fluids? Because I feel like total crap. So she gave me a couple of liters of fluids, and I felt better. And then they were like, the doctor came in, and he was like, so weird. He was like, well, with all the stuff going on with politics and stuff like that, politically, I think it's just stress. I'm like, but I have COVID. Like, I have positive tests for COVID. I'm not like, there's nothing stressing me out other than you right now.
What'd you go to fucking school at? ITT to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And he starts.
University of Tucson called and wants their degree back.
Dude, it's like it's like you're.
I'm a phoenix.
This is why you work here. This is why you're working at this. I said, are you guys like, do ambulances come here? And they're like, yeah, sometimes to pick people up. I'm like, that's kind of what I was thinking. I said, you guys are just a fancy little, like, not even a care now.
Death building.
Yeah, it's like,
They're just a layover.
We're here to usher you into the next life.
Yeah.
I had a really cool vest I got for Christmas. It was leather, and I had branded it, and it looked sick. They stole it. It was stolen out of there.
South Lake.
Yeah.
What's the name of this place?
I don't even know. It's like Methodist South Lake or something like that, but it was the worst hospital medical experience when I'm providing self-care, directing my care.
Can you please hand me that thing? I'll just do it myself.
And then they were like, well, I finally just said, hey, look, my wife's come pick me up. I've got to get out of here. And I walk out to the car.
What if they were like, you can't leave?
No, they let me leave, but if they would have, I think it would have been bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
so but I walk on your own cognition.
It's snowy that day. I walk outside and I feel something running down my arm. I look down and there's blood pouring out of my arm. When she pulled the IV out, she didn't do anything. She's bleeding everywhere. Wife's like, the hell? I came out of here in worse shape than when I got here.
Jackie, you need a reality TV show.
People make me worse.
Just somebody to follow you around every day with a camera.
I'd watch it.
My wife is watching a show right now called 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Oh, my God.
I think if we got you a reality show.
Hey, did you get that video I sent you on Facebook?
That's what we need.
Yeah, I got it.
We just need Jackie Parker.
No, So we got a new skull. So Will Rawlings, the guy in Georgia who built our skull, did y'all see that? We got a new hog skull we're working on. Oh. Yeah, did you watch that? Oh, you got to watch it. It's so freaking hilarious. It's one of those reality TV shows, but it's a dude in the background talking. He's narrating.
Yes.
While they're she's eating like this huge big bowl of stuff. It's like, and this dude's like, stop. I'm telling you, you're killing her. You know, he's going crazy on this reality show. He's
It's
narrating.
1,000-pound sisters.
It is. It's like
because this bitch went to the hospital because she ate too much. This bitch went to. She got the thumb stomach. Then she went to the hospital because she ate too much Chinese food.
What though? How? You know?
Where has this podcast gone just now?
I don't know. It went from
His story made sense.
Hunt,
You
fish,
derailed
get
it. With,
outside, okay?
yeah. Where we get to this 1,000-pound life? I don't even know how we got there.
I'm talking about Jackie having a.
I just said he needs a reality show, and
Abe's
you went off like 1,000-pound girls. Oh my god!
They can have a reality show. Why can't Jackie?
Nobody wants to hear
no,
about your
Jackie
fetishes,
totally
okay?
can.
Y'all talk about
I'm using
Dogecoin?
it as a if-then
I
statement.
don't care about your Google searches.
So
That could be a podcast.
what about this whole Reddit thing?
Oh,
Dude,
it's good.
I love how
it. I love it.
Dogecoin. Dawson
shit's crazy.
told me about it the other day. I just got through reading about something about it, and he's like, I bought 1,000 shares of it. It's like 4 cents a share.
I like how now that GameStop is back under, I get the alerts on Robinhood, and they're like, now you can do whatever you want with GameStop.
Okay, so I
Oh, God.
His,
Here we go.
Robinhood, I tried to buy that, and they wouldn't let. No, I tried to buy.
kidding.
I tried to buy the GameStop and the AMC stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They wouldn't let me.
Robin put a stop to all that.
They stopped it. I was like,
Daddy told him stop.
I had a lot of stuff in there that I'd bought a lot of stocks, and I cleared them out the next morning. I was like,
A 4.5 rating on the App Store to a 1.1 in 6 hours.
yeah.
You know?
And I had-
that morning it was a 4.4, and it went to a 1.1 by the time that I stopped working.
No kidding.
today. Yeah.
Really?
Immediately.
I got rid of it. I got TD Ameritrade.
They did the
They
same
did
thing.
the same thing though.
My thing is this is like their explanation of it, of saying that we have to cover a certain minimum of deposits, is a stepping back and thinking rationally. Okay, I get that, but why didn't you just say that from the very beginning and just go, look, guys, you guys are dumping all this money in here. We can't cover it if you pull your money out. We have to stop this, and just say that. I think people would have respected that a lot more.
Versus than weird
This
silence
weird- yeah,
of like,
this-
nope.
Yeah,
Well, it's 2021. You know, it's like, so 2020 was like this super weird year politically, all these different things happening, and then we roll into 2021, and I literally came in head first. I actually did a video because my face was all beat to hell. You know.
yeah.
It's like, what, 2021, it's going to be a great year, no matter what. We're going to
Yeah.
make the best of
It's
it, no
gonna
matter
come
what.
up.
But what is the freaking so weird? Everything is like, it's just like every day.
We're
it's
going to
like,
circle back.
yeah, the circle back thing. It's
Oh,
like,
that
everything is so
lady.
weird. So,
Uh.
I feel
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna
bad for
circle back on that.
the Keystone Pipeline guys, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to tell you, man. I'm blue collar, grew up blue collar, blue collar worker my whole life, and I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get. The politics. I don't even watch the news anymore.
It's hot.
It's
hot
like
garbage.
It's like so stupid. If you watch the news, you're torturing yourself to watch the news.
Absolutely.
My
I
wife
told them I
set up to sundown. She's watching it.
I haven't talked to my stepfather in a while, and he texted me the other day asking where he can buy a gun, and he said if you're not afraid or you need to be right now. And I'm like, are you watching the news? Like, quit watching the damn news.
Quit. Stop.
My mom texts me and she's like, we're on the brink of civil war. I'm like, quit watching the damn news.
What are you doing?
Oh
Yeah, a coworker
Damn
today,
news.
like, I think I decided I want a gun. Like, well, you can probably find a gun, but you're not going to find any ammo. You're about a year late to this ball game. Remember how last year you were making fun of me for having guns and ammo? Things change, haven't they? Like,
It's such a weird time because I feel like it's like, what's going on, right? You think about it from a perspective of just like, what's going on right now? And it's so hard to get a gauge because you watch TV and it's insanity. Just complete insanity. And then you look outside and you're like,
it's really not that big a deal.
I don't think...
The best way I think I've heard it put is,
today.
the good news doesn't sell, obviously.
No.
That's very clear. So everything's got to be super hyped and this and that. But if you just, like, everyone would pay attention to their day-to-day interactions, 99% of them are very positive.
I agree.
You see us in the gas station? Hey, man, you have a good one.
Yeah.
Send the gas pump like, what's
you
up?
go try to buy beer at 7-Eleven and there's a bunch of potheads in front of you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
super positive.
Totally.
But
It's the
I've
best.
only literally, I was in Walmart and I was on the phone and I had one of those little shields on. I pulled it down because I'm trying to talk on the phone. And I'm not used to it because I'm not,
Sure.
This is brand new, mask wearing, one-on-one. You got to freaking try to open your iPhone with this thing.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, this is ridiculous. So I'm pulling a mask down. This lady's 15 feet away from me. And she makes it a point to stop and to mask shame me. And I'm not the guy.
Abe did that tonight.
I did.
She said, "You need to pull your mask up." And I was like, 6 feet. 6 feet, lady. 6 feet.
Stay away from me.
Then she decided she was going to continue down that path. And I'm like, okay, hey, bud, let me call you.
Today ain't the day.
It's not today. So I was like, she goes, "There's a sign on the door that says you got to have your mask on." I got it on right here. It's down around my neck.
Don't worry. It's
I'm on
not
the
my
phone and I'm away from everybody.
Yeah.
eating here, lady. Lay off me. I'm starving.
Lay off me.
I had a drink somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
I was
was.
gonna buy one.
It is terrible. It's
But
just,
the thing is, I think what people need to do is in reality.
Mind their own business.
But
My
people
own business.
but the thing is, people are sad. People are depressed. People won't admit it. I talked to a buddy of mine on the phone the other day, and I love this guy. He's got his own small business, and he was telling me, basically, he scratched his head with his pistol. You know?
Oh yeah.
So I look at the world like that too. I'm like, there's a lot of people that are hurting out there financially. There's a lot of people that are hurt. And then there's the election, that the country's so divided on, and it's like, we have so many things in common. But we have this cultural bias though right now where it's like, well, if you voted for Biden then you suck. If you voted for Trump then you suck. But it's like, but if you don't know that and you're talking to this person and you don't know who they voted for, you'll sit and have a conversation with this person about firearms, about anything, and you'll agree on 99% of
Absolutely.
And it's so crazy. It's like
We've been gamed.
It's they're creating this dissidence.
They are.
And
The
it's
news media is.
it's working splendidly.
It's all of them.
Shadow government doing it.
So I'll
lizard people.
I'll circle back.
Yeah, he'll
to
circle
the,
back.
to the
Don't get me
Clapper
started on
app.
lizard people.
It's like Clapper almost. I think they pit you against. It's like they make you see the opposite of what you want to see. Mm-hmm. They like pit you against people. So I'm like, I'm not going to watch.
I think you're talking about
You're-
Facebook.
No,
They've shown some algorithms that show like, oh, we're gonna based on what you look at, poke the bear a little bit.
Yeah, the Clapper does. Now
Holy.
TikTok, I'll give them credit. They try to group communities together, and they do a really good job.
I was gonna say, since I'm on TikTok, my wife was like, "I bet you're just watching like 12-year-old girls twerk." And I'm like, "No, I went right
Yes,
through
but
that."
not only that.
Not only that.
you get,
through that,
you'll get
and it
stuck on
doesn't-
that side of
In
TikTok.
addition to,
You don't want to get on. You don't want to get on 12-year-old TikTok. It's a dirty road to walk down.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
I think we're gonna do a reboot.
yeah,
We're gonna circle back.
The
on
Not
that one.
Abe podcast.
Take Abe outside and beat him
So,
with a garden hose.
I just basically watch two things on TikTok. It is food videos
yeah.
and
dudes.
golf videos. Why are you looking at me like that with your dead eyes?
Answer this right, boy.
So
And that's all I get. Now, I mean, it's all I get in my feed is
Yeah, same.
hunting and golf and cooking videos.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what happened to our Instagram account?
Yeah.
What's up with that algorithm?
Yeah.
buddy?
Here's what I want to know. I don't even get on it as much. I get on that search function. I'm like, what the fuck are you people looking at?
Instagram's a trap.
It's exactly what it is.
Instagram.
Don't go down that road because all of us are guilty of it.
Hey,
no
look,
way, not at all.
I don't search for it when I'm scrolling through.
So-
I'm gonna look.
Here's cool thing though. Like, so we got like this huge following on TikTok, and you don't realize, who's watching you and how close they're paying attention. So we try to be pretty clean on there. I mean,
Yeah.
we want to send a clean message out because I have a ton of kids. Corbin White. There's a kid named Corbin White. Lisa White is his mom. Okay. This kid loves Texas Hog Bait. Like, he loves all of our content. So we follow these guys back, so I didn't realize there's like this protocol, unwritten protocol, that if you say first, you have to follow that person back. So I follow them back. When they first, I follow them back. And there's a lot of kids, and we follow these kids. And they'll literally make a video of us following them back. Like there will be a video. They will make a video and tag us in it saying, "Look who followed me." So it's like
Abe needs to do that with Dr. Duck.
So that's kind of cool though. But the deal is like at Christmas time, this kid Corbin is just one example.
Mm-hmm.
So why I talk about TikTok is there was a kid that said, so the Marshall Locker story. So this guy, I talked to him on the phone, just talked to him. He's a good friend of mine. We talk on the phone often. There was a Facebook page, and it was a guy out of Michigan. I can't remember what the name of the page is. Apologize. So Matthew Green in South Carolina, who I met through Texas Hog Bait, real good friend of mine, know his kids. He says, hey, go on this page and do this, and you can advertise and do whatever on this page. You can do whatever you want. So I do. I go on there, and this guy goes, hey, do a giveaway. So I do get Blackout. We just got Blackout. I'm going to give Blackout away. So I do a giveaway. Then this kid on TikTok says, my dad won the giveaway. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Tell your dad to call me. I'm like, that's awesome. I'll talk. So then I find out that it's Marshall Locker. This guy's a big-time trapper for hogs and beaver in the state of Georgia. Super intelligent guy. I mean, he's highly intelligent, knows a lot about feral hog, knows a lot about everything. And when it comes to wildlife, I talk to him, watches videos, does a lot of educational stuff. But it just goes to show you that community is, those kids you can reach kids. And I had another little kid say, yeah, my grandpa shot this big pig off a swine crush. And I was like, really? Send me the picture of it. So he sends it to Instagram. And I'm like, man, that's freaking so cool. So whenever people say it's just kids, it's not now.
No.
I mean, I got dudes that come by my shop that specifically, we'll talk to them. Dawson and I will talk to them and be like, hey, where'd you hear about us from? And they'll say, like Bryce, TikTok. They found us on TikTok.
I mean, these guys TikTok shame me. And
I did. Yeah.
I mean,
he deserves to be shamed on everything.
But
so
he's not using it how you're using it.
All they want
It's
on
different.
there. So they do. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket ever. You can't do that. You can't just say, well, I'm just going to focus just on this and screw these other two accounts. So I have to do Facebook and I have to do Instagram.
There's a lot of eggs in TikTok.
There's an awful lot of eggs.
There's a lot
in
of
TikTok.
eggs in TikTok.
I mean, we spend a lot of time.
Talk.
Hey, how much have you done with Stormwater Creek and TikTok?
Who has the access to that account?
I set it up.
you and
So,
TikTok. How much
Pass
have
me
you
the
done?
username.
Hey, so here's the deal with TikTok. If you have multiple accounts on a TikTok account, the algorithm's going to slow you down. And they're going to recognize that it's on multiple accounts, and they're going to say, yeah, we're going to slow these guys down. So me and him, he'll post videos, I'll post videos. And I'll let him rock out videos. But like sometimes he goes, TikTok's broken. Like I'll spend like this ridiculous amount of time on a video, and I'll post it, and it's like nothing. It's nothing. It's like I get 500 views or something like that. I'm like, what's going on? And then I'll post some stupid video of my boots, my snake boots. Here's a video of videos, my snake boots. And it goes viral. We literally branded that trailer. It's our brand.
Saw that one.
70-something, 80,000 views. I'm like, what? I knew it was going to do good because it's dumb,
Then we work hard for a video, and it gets like...
Yeah, put some content into it.
Yeah, he'll sit there and time it. He'll get the
called
timing all
memes.
down.
What?
It's called memes.
Oh God!
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we learned
all
that lesson.
that same deal with us. Like we'll get pictures out hunting and pictures of the dog duck hunting,
We'll take
deer
some
hunting,
cool
and
pictures
get
too,
like
you
know?
solid content. And it's like, I mean, I guess that's cool. Couple likes. Then we'll find some garbage meme that we just recycle,
Like-
and
then
we'll
it
get
gets over
3,000
1,000
views.
That
or
look
something.
on your
shit.
face when you
Right.
fart in your waders and it comes up.
Yeah, and
10,000
everybody's like,
views.
"Totally, bro!" It's like
I got a
what?
video on
Right,
TikTok that
right.
But we all have been there.
And I
Yeah.
put some
just garbage,
Yeah,
just
now I'm
recycled
just pissing out
garbage.
content. And that's
Exactly.
what y'all like.
yeah, man, what do you want from me?
People
You
don't
know?
like to think. On
No.
social
Yeah,
media.
Yeah,
it's
that's for
it's-
sure.
That is
Yeah.
it. It's brainless
You could be
scrolling.
farting in a snare drum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I did a video. I was hunting in Bowie, and I was waiting on the guy to show up. So there's a really cool gate. So it's got a chain on it. So I was just like, what the heck?
Exactly.
I'm going to make a video. So I opened the chain, took the chain off, and opened the gate, and I made a TikTok video, and it went viral. I'm like, I just opened the gate. Yeah, spend 1 hour editing all this stuff.
Add some audio.
Add some great audio to it.
Mm-hmm.
So what we found out is really the best, even if you mute the audio, TikTok doesn't know that you muted the audio. So if you want to make a video viral, is they like trends. So you have to, if you get on TikTok and whoever's doing TikTok, if it's Abe, if you're watching TikTok videos and you see something hot pop up, you go to that sound and you see when that was posted, and that's a trend. So if I see it was posted 5 hours ago,
so we need to do an Abe dance,
and it's got 400,000 likes,
Buckle up.
then you don't have a choice but to post
That's
immediately.
what you gotta do.
Abe during the triple shuffle.
Hey, I did it. I posted a video this morning on a trending sound, and it's dumb.
Trending sound, huh?
Trending
You
sound.
got sound bites and songs and stuff, and people can record different things that people start
First of all,
reusing, and it
A
goes viral.
vato from California on a
God.
skateboard drinking ocean
cranberry
spray juice.
Right on.
Dude, he's got he's famous now, and he's
famous.
got money. He's got someone gave him a free truck, and he put him on Ellen. They gave him money. Like, this dude's made it now.
Yeah, he's legit.
Insanity.
Yeah.
I didn't pull that mic up a little bit. Scoot
It's
that
insanity.
up so you're not breathing. No, just there we go. So you can still hear you, but you're not breathing. There we go.
There you go.
There
Probably
we go.
just wrecked our podcast.
No,
You didn't.
trust me.
We didn't.
I've been
Oh,
breathing through this whole thing.
No,
Let me tell you what. Most of these people are used to hearing.
Yeah, we're having problems with our Zoom, as in Zoom meeting audio, because we're running through our computer.
Right now.
We're running through the computer through this, and and
Sorry
moving
for
it
the
back.
interruption to our listeners.
And so we're getting a lot of feedback. So if anybody listening to this has noticed, trust
Hang
us.
tight.
We noticed too. We're working on this in person like this.
Play Office. We're only into year 3 of this.
In person
we've put
like
out
this, direct
122
connected.
podcasts.
I think I'm only into like
Crystal
maybe a
clear.
year, so
It's
There's a-
crystal clear. But then we run these remote podcasts and it, through Zoom. And we're working on it.
Have y'all tried Pedal?
I don't know what pedal is.
So Pedal, it was originally made for like digital audio workspace, right? So you're just like you're putting audio into your DAW. They're putting audio into their DAW. You can like the whole thing of it is that you drag files into this program and you can transfer them that way. But the other application it has is it does everything Zoom does, right? So you can have your video call, voice call, and it has the least amount of delay out of all of these programs, right? So like we tested it with a phone the other night, and it's going way faster than the phone. Yeah, and
So we'll definitely check it out. We don't have problems with delay or connection issues at all.
there's a ground issue.
There's a
Dawson's
ground
an audio
issue.
nerd. All this stuff he can talk. He talks.
Then you need to come
you
over.
need to talk. This kid literally is legit like
Then you need
audio guy.
You need
like,
to
get
come
why your
over and help
hog
us.
door
I'd love
looks
to.
like the way it does.
You should.
I mean,
you'll
we
set
live
it up, and then we're gonna write
use
down
it at my
instructions.
house, like 25 minutes from here.
okay, yeah,
Dude, you should
He
just come
seriously
over.
is. He's audio engineer.
We'll feed you. We can drink some beer and sort this
highly
out.
intelligent.
yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Because we use this
He
recorder,
looks
but
dumb, but
we're
he's-
rabbit trailing. No, I mean,
No, rabbit trail's a good rabbit trail.
Rabbit Trail's fun.
It's life,
Water
man.
Creek, buddy.
There is no road.
Welcome.
You gotta float down the creek.
Dawson
man.
Welcome to
was
Stormwater
talking to
Creek
me the other
Podcast.
day. Dawson, you gotta tell the story about this.
What's that?
The drumming in the water.
Oh yes. So we were talking about the way different sounds provoke different emotions. You know what I mean? And really getting into that, and that kind of came with the origin of these sounds, so you have these like tribes, and like it's like amazing how much you can learn from studying these other cultures, what they do with sounds, right? So for us it's just music. For them they're communicating, so like they will get on the water, they'll drum, you know what I mean? They'll be drumming whatever in their whole area just to like say like, hey, this is time for this, you know what I mean? So it's like representing like a different
Time to
part
eat
of the
people.
day. Yeah. And it's just really cool, like so they'll get in there, like so to say they're like bathing, in the water, and they've got these people water drumming, and it's interesting, like they really take the power of sound in the way that people
the
feel from
emotions
these
it
certain
evokes.
yeah, right, and
For
they
sure.
use it in their day-to-day life, and I think it's pretty interesting. interesting.
It is.
Behavior.
They don't have.
Think about the difference between songs.
They don't
that,
have
like,
iPods.
Yeah. The difference, like, there's everybody has a song that, kind of invokes some depression. Everybody has a song that's like, let's do shit.
Yeah.
Like, right now, let's do shit.
Right.
All it is noise.
Yeah.
It's different noises.
Wait, no,
So-
I love
Yeah.
music. So whenever my wife was pregnant with Dawson, we'd like watch these stupid videos, and listen to this stuff. It's like, you should listen to classical music because it'll make them smarter and read to them and stuff like that. So we were doing all this stuff. So
It worked. Trust me.
so
He's like, I'm the smartest
I'm
person
a
I
damn
know.
genius.
he is,
Fucking
man.
humble.
He is. Hey,
He's
he's
the only person I know.
He's not only is Dawson the humble kid, he's the most humble, and he
Yeah.
lets everybody know that he's more humble than everybody.
Absolutely.
So is
I'm the
it
most humble
Austin,
person
yeah.
I know.
He really.
I say that all the
yeah,
time.
I'm the humblest. This kid, really, seriously though, Dawson's really a lot more humble than he should be because this kid's a 4-time state wrestling champion, and Texas had scholarships to everywhere across the United States, and to wrestle, and literally,
I was like, I'll do music.
he just didn't want, and I get it, and I didn't want to push.
I tried that. So did Abe.
I didn't want to push the kid, I mean, I give my kids an opportunity to succeed as they were little, and he graduated from Liberty Christian, and
You may know my cousins,
What's their name?
Cody and Haley Sparks.
Sparks. I recognize the name.
How
Beat
old are
that
they?
dude's ass.
No, I'm just kidding.
I beat the hell out of him in the parking lot.
They're a
Yeah.
touch older
Oh,
than you.
you know them?
Oh,
Like 3 years. I'm 22.
Yeah.
I'm class of 17.
No,
Jeez.
they're older than that.
Whoa.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So when my daughter is a freshman at Liberty Christian, he's a stud. He's like the biggest kid on campus.
Oh, you're talking about the Dawson's sister.
Little Dawson. Oh, you're Dawson's sister. That's what she was always referred to, and she got so pissed.
She did. She told me. She came
was
into my
literally
room one day.
pissed. She was literally like, "This is bullcrap, man. I'm a freaking cheerleader. I'm on a cheer team."
who's
you
this
know?
nerd? Yeah.
Yeah.
When
and
you
they-
were in school, Abe,
they're like,
whose
"Oh,
sister were you?
you're Ashton." They go,
So
"You're
when you were in
Ashton."
school, whose sister were you?
I was your sister.
Oh,
You're far older than me.
But
buddy.
my daughter was like legit, like there was
Badass
issues,
cheerleader?
Well, yeah, she was.
yeah.
She was. I mean, but when you're a
There was
dad,
a cloud over her.
there's like cheer and there's wrestling. So it's like moms are like, "Hey, we got a cheer competition." I'm like, "For sure, we're wrestling this weekend in Tulsa."
yeah. That was the whole thing.
You do
man.
you, Playboy. We're going to Tulsa.
Yeah.
Right. We'd make the plans after hearing about it. We're like, okay, now we know what's going on. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's dude.
Find a wrestling tournament.
Okay,
We gotta go.
competitive
Yeah,
cheerleaders
yeah.
are legit. I'm gonna say that.
No, yeah.
Competitive
very
cheerleaders,
athletic,
They
absolutely.
are very athletic.
For
They
sure.
are monsters. They
We
are
know
monsters.
a
But
cheermeister, don't we?
sitting in a cheer competition all day long is literally like
Brandon.
insanity.
It was better for
Oh.
me. I was 15 years old, and there's a bunch of 15.
Our buddy Sean is the same.
Yeah,
age.
so when he goes to a cheer
It
competition,
was pretty cool for me. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
I
You
mean,
know?
yeah, when
yeah,
you're
if
age,
you're
it's cool.
15 years old and you go to a cheer competition, it's like what?
It's heaven.
You got to wear your Letterman jacket
I
and be like,
prefer
yeah, I
volleyball.
wrestle.
Yeah.
No
Oh
big deal.
God.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Give me some-
Wearing that letter jacket.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I go there and it's like, I mean, it's like
already
snobby,
been brought.
snobby moms.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Oh, the moms are the
Not
worst.
seen.
The moms
for
are-
sure.
That's a whole thing.
But I was
Absolutely.
never that guy.
Absolutely.
I'm like, hey, if you want privates and you want to go to these different lessons and stuff, I'll fund that. If you want to do it, man, cheer. I could have like literally like a military Humvee with a 50 cal on top of it right now. It should be sitting here, but I pay for cheer, and all these private lessons for my daughter to say, oh, I'm done.
Eh.
But he was doing privates.
At least he can beat the shit out of somebody if he needs
Yeah,
to.
right. Like he would
Yeah.
come home. I'm like, I'm making him wear a mouth guard. I'm like, you don't pay bills around
All right.
here. I do.
Abe, you're up, buddy.
I got
I'm not fighting him.
Johnny Bedford is the
I'd
bare
rather
knuckle,
fight Austin.
bare knuckle
At least he'll be
lightweight
quick.
champion. Johnny Bedford, bare knuckle lightweight champion, UFC fighter. I'm like, he trains. I'm putting you with the best people there is. So he goes down here and they beat the piss out of him. I watch him. I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. When they're beating the hell out of him, I'm like, hey, he's gonna be tough. He's gonna be tough. He gets his tooth knocked out. I'm like, this isn't gonna work. He won't wear a mouthpiece. So we found this dentist in Fort Worth, that builds these super custom, bad to the bone mouth guards for boxers. Mm-hmm. So I finally get him to get that. And after paying thousands of dollars for freaking teeth to get put back in his head, after he gets him knocked out from Johnny and those guys and bleeding all over his shirts and whatnot.
Johnny was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was. I was different to my son versus my daughter. I think I'm harder.
You should be.
I think I'm harder on my daughter than I am on my son. Because if he gets beat up, I don't care. It's life. If you pop off somebody,
walk it off.
Well, yeah, walk it off.
Rub some salt on it.
You're fine. You're fine.
Take salt tablet.
But my daughter, so we had a deal. So she has a boyfriend. So I don't like boyfriends.
Me neither.
I have a daughter, and I'm pretty hard on my daughter.
I think
because
you posted this the other day.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so she brings her boyfriend to the shop. So I'm like, she brings kids to the house. I'm that guy, I'm like, I'm not gonna no bullshit kind of guy. Like for real,
I can get away with murder.
If you think you're gonna BS me or something like that, I'm gonna smoke you. I mean, I'm not about it. I'm not feeling it. So when there's a kid came over one day and I'm like, hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? He gave me some BS. Like I said, what are you passionate about? And he's like, well, I really like I don't know what it was, music or something. I said, well then, probably yeah. But he was like, well,
I want to be an anime.
My dad's an engineer, and I'm going to be an engineer like my dad. I go, do you like engineering?
Join the family business.
He's like,
yeah.
No, not really. I'm like, well, then what the heck would you be an engineer for?
Yeah.
Because if I can tell anybody that's out there listening right now, if you're not passionate about something, or you want to start your own business, and you don't know how to get started, call me. I will help you get started with the business. Do it. It's worth it. I love every single day I wake up. I love what I do. I love this job. I love the fire department too. But you know what? I've kind of conquered that. So I'm ready to conquer something else. And I'm trying to build this for my grandchildren.
Sure.
Like I want Dawson's kids to be like employees of Texas Hog Bait, right? So, but I don't even know where I was going with. Where was it going with that?
Legacy.
Being passionate and
finding something you're passionate about and working your ass off and building.
That's
something.
Date your daughter's boyfriends.
Yeah, so that back to the budget.
He was bringing
Jordan's on point.
Yeah.
So
I
get off.
he's got a daughter.
I can't wait until
he's got a daughter too.
Like you're an intimidating dude, but you're an intimidating dude in a whole other way than Jordan is. Because like Jordan's the kind of dude who's gonna invite him back and be like,
"You ever made love to a man?"
exactly.
Yeah,
Jordan. He'd say that to us.
I love Jordan. I love Jordan because of that reason. That's why I love the guy.
You have sex with my daughter, I'm gonna have sex with you.
So this.
Fair.
Wait,
But I don't think you would necessarily say that to somebody.
No.
You would just be like, I'm going to beat you to death. He's like, I'm going to have sex with you.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that like Dawson's kind of like me. I would rather pistol whip you than shoot you.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, I will freaking terrorize you.
Abe
if I'm
knows you,
pissed.
dude. He fucking knows you.
But so my daughter's got this boyfriend. So she's like really hip on this kid. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to be at the shop on Saturday doing man things. Like I always ask new guys that I work with in the fire department, first question I ask is, do you own a wheelbarrow?
Okay.
Like if you don't own a wheelbarrow, we got a problem. Like
I keep one in the back of my
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I feel like
there's a thing though with that.
get it.
It's like, hey dude, you know what? This whole toxic masculinity thing is such garbage.
Oh my
like
God.
I love toxic masculinity. Like be a freaking man for crying out
Absolutely.
loud. Be a man. And be proud to be a man. Stop being a sissy and stop supporting sissies.
What do they say? Hard times make strong men, and strong make easy times, and easy times make soft men.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of that right
Well,
now.
you know what?
don't worry, you'll get it in a couple
when
years.
somebody says they're stressed out, like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. Stress is a problem without a solution. And I'm like, when people tell me, man, I'm so stressed out. Well, there's a problem. And it sounds like you need to wake up in the morning and come up with a solution to the problem, because you're not getting anywhere in life if you're going to be stressed out every day and not solve the problem. So back to my daughter's boyfriend coming to the shop. Dawson's cooking Wagyu up here. We have
stuff.
Dude, Saturdays at Texas Hog Bait are ridiculous. Like it sucks sometimes. It's like a revolving door, right? I mean, we got people coming in and out, trappers and hunters, and everybody comes to the shop. So I'm like, hey, dude, this Saturday, cook some stuff. So we brought the Coleman in. We're cooking. He's got this thing. But there's tons of people that came up here.
Yeah,
it was like a party. We didn't even invite anybody. We have a party, And but that same day, I told my daughter, I said, hey, bring Jay by so I can meet him.
F&G.
Yeah, bring the F&G by. So he comes to the shop. He's wearing like cowboy boots, Wranglers, his hat. He's got a hat on. It says, come and take it. He puts his iPhone down, and it says on the back of his iPhone, don't tread on me. So I'm like, my man, I got a little tear in my eye right now.
This kid's starting off strong. Kid's starting off strong.
Got it. You put a good foot forward.
I'm like,
just don't start talking. Don't start talking.
Little did you know your daughter's just like, put this shit on your phone, put this shit on, keep your goddamn mouth shut.
Wear this hat, put this phone cover on.
My dad is gonna freaking tag you.
If you fucking talk about TikTok one goddamn time, I swear to God, I'll
kill
you.
So the kid has a TikTok account, and he doesn't have any TikToks. So I'm like, okay.
All right,
I'm down with this. You're not dancing. You're not dancing. You're not total gay wad, So
yes.
So
like Abe.
Anyway, I sit down and we talk, and this kid is like, I'm like, okay, for the first time ever in my life, I approve. Like, I approve of this guy. I mean, she's dated guys before. I'm just like not a cool guy, I'm not that cool. I'm not that cool to you. I don't like you. If I don't like you, you're gonna know I don't like you, and I'm not nice to you.
Absolutely.
And she had a guy that came over, and I was never really nice to the guy. I was kind of a dick, like it's just the way it is.
Yeah, there's no doubt that
you gotta pay your penance.
When you're at that age, I knew I was doing something right when my girlfriend got mad I was hanging out with her dad.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
What
cool.
did your wife think about all that?
She was pissed.
So my wife called. I'm at the fire station the other day. My wife calls me, and she goes, "Hey,
hail to the chief."
She said,
Tracy doesn't listen
she
to the
said, "Hey, I
podcast.
walked
You're good.
I walked out."
Not an hour 34 into it.
Yeah. So my wife calls me at the station. She calls me specifically. She goes, "Hey, I just want to call you and tell you that Ashlyn and Jade went on a date, and they pulled in the parking lot, and I walked outside. I was taking the trash out, and he was listening to country music, and she was so proud. She was like calling me to tell me that. Like, I was like,
You're like, this is not where I thought this was going.
But
I'm glad this is where it's going.
Yeah.
And I was like, this shit's about to go south. Continue the story.
well,
Jackie, people do actually
on.
listen to this. Don't admit to murder on our podcast.
About to bury your body. That's cool.
yeah.
Don't really matter to me none.
Phone call, little upset.
Exactly. I mean, we can edit out the murder part.
We're laying a new slab at the new Texas Hog Bait warehouse.
Gonna pour some fresh concrete tomorrow.
I'm getting a
Exactly.
new porch.
Little extensions going on.
Yeah. So yeah.
Good.
Sorry.
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's good.
So I'm really happy for her, man. She's got this really good kid, and he's about.
Well, Jay, if you
lot of the
happen to
same
hear
things.
it, you're getting the stamp of approval right now.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
Please.
oh no, dude, I posted it.
Oh,
I posted
But
it.
you should know he's got a
Yeah,
couple
I
friends
heard
who
when
will
I saw
disappear
it.
you.
on my personal Instagram
When I
page.
see you posting a video, you talking, I was like, I'm gonna see what Jackie has to say.
What's Jackie?
So I did. Yeah, it's like I'm always
Yeah.
entertained.
No,
like Abe said, just know you fuck up.
No, man. I mean,
People will disappear you.
it takes a lot to really piss me off. Like it takes a minute to get me there. But the problem is when I get there, it's really hard to get off of there.
I've been watching Blacklist. I know how to get away with a lot of stuff.
Dude,
lately.
have you guys watched? Have you guys not?
It's like our fat sister.
Yellowstone. Anybody watch Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
I've heard it's wonderful.
I just finished season 3, and yeah, that show's
Can we
great.
avoid talking about it? I'm a binge watcher, and so I have not seen any of it, and I want
have
to.
Taylor
I-
Sheridan
so
did a great
I-
job with that show. It's
It looks
I
very
don't.
good.
I don't do
Kevin
series.
Costner's in it.
I don't do series.
I know.
I don't do miniseries. I hate them. I hate them all. I got COVID, so I'm like,
You hate miniseries?
I hate all those
I
shows.
challenge you. You just said you hate Lonesome Dove.
I'm not about it.
I've never seen it.
I've been to.
Well, thank you guys for joining us.
No, so I don't like.
You don't like
What's
Lonesome
Lonesome
Dove?
Dove?
Just give him a
I've
little
never
Muay
seen
Thai
it.
kick.
I've
Never seen Lonesome
I've
Dove?
never
I
seen
will.
it.
Have you seen Lonesome Dove and you don't like it?
I've never
never
seen
seen
Lonesome
it.
Dove.
You don't know what it
You-
is.
I've eaten at Lonesome Dove before.
Have you-
It's
who
a
has
Tim
seen
Love
Lonesome Dove in
restaurant.
this
It's really
room?
good.
Jackie has not seen Lonesome Dove. Dawson's not seen Lonesome Dove. Jared.
That's Jordan.
That's Jordan.
God, you drunk?
Oh my! Delete yourself.
I was like, damn, I've been calling this guy Jordan.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're smarter than him.
I swore an oath that this was Jordan.
Jordan.
Hey,
where's Austin?
hey.
Get your shit together.
Jordan.
This is
Have
Austin.
you seen Lonesome Dove?
Hey, man, I'm going to call the police and they'll send a psychiatrist out.
Yeah. Don't worry.
No,
I'm
going
to need some of that tramadol for psychopaths.
It'll be a social worker.
Yeah, social worker.
They got you, buddy.
I need
I've
to
seen
be.
one Lonesome Dove.
You've seen one part of the miniseries.
I haven't seen it at all.
I didn't know it was a series.
Okay, we're gonna get back to you.
I gave up.
You're rabbit trail hard on Lonesome
Have you
Dove.
seen
We
Lonesome
were
Dove?
talking
What?
about
Dances
Yellowstone.
with
Yeah,
which
no
is
doubt.
much better.
And I'm trying to get away from Yellowstone because I haven't seen Yellowstone, so I
That's
don't want to
your
talk about
Have you
Yellowstone.
seen Lonesome Dove? Though?
Have you seen
No.
Lonesome Dove? You have not seen Lonesome Dove.
Dances with Wolves was fantastic though.
Oh my god.
So is Waterworld.
Waterworld is awesome.
I just,
Waterworld is great.
Dennis Hopper is amazing. Rest in peace.
Open
All right.
Range.
Open Range is good. Open Range is good.
Awesome.
All right.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh yeah.
you have
also
to watch
good.
Lonesome
Highwaymen.
Dove.
I'm in.
These people are fucking mutants.
Birdcage.
Yes.
Me,
Of
Myself,
course.
and Irene.
I love Birdcage.
Birdcage is actually
It's
one
not
of my
bad.
favorite movies.
It's not bad.
Birdcage is badass.
Yeah.
Lonesome Dove, you've got to watch.
I'm
Hands
I'm-
down. Do you know
Anyways.
James McMurtry?
Probably.
The,
but
the
Hey,
musician?
shut the fuck up.
no.
His daddy wrote that.
Yellowstone. You binged it because you had COVID.
I had COVID.
Those dead eyes.
Guys
say-
said it was really
don't-
good. It
don't
started
do
off, I was
please.
kind of like, I don't know. And then it just gets to you.
It took off. It took like maybe a couple episodes
Yeah.
for us, and then it took off, and it was like, oh shit. Well, we got to wake up at 5 in the morning to get to the gym, but we're gonna stay up till midnight and finish this episode.
Oh, dude,
Like-
I like
Good writing. Good.
Yeah.
And I said
the
it's
middle, right, like 1.5 episodes in, like of the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it gets kind of hairy, and
That's
you're
got
like,
to be the easiest acting job for Kevin Costner, though.
yeah, all those guys do such a great job.
We're talking about Yellowstone still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kevin
Let's table
Costner's the
this.
man.
'Cause
Okay.
I do want to watch it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, and neither is he.
Neither have I.
Guys are
We
nerds.
don't.
I will-
but-
I will-
but
You guys
we-
don't-
You haven't seen Lonesome Dove? That's
Honestly,
what
hey,
I'm
wait,
here.
wait, wait.
we don't care about your
Do you own a
opinion.
wheelbarrow?
Yes, I
okay,
own a
okay,
wheelbarrow.
you're free. Austin, I'm sorry.
No spoilers.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you don't own a wheelbarrow, bro.
Do you own a chainsaw?
Yes, I do.
I don't believe you.
I'll show you my chainsaw
Can
right
you-
now.
can
Is it
you-
electric?
No. Is it electric?
No.
Hey,
Can-
wait a second.
Can you
Yes.
start it?
I have an
Two
electric
pulls.
lawnmower.
I don't believe you.
Let's go.
I got an electric lawnmower.
What brand?
I don't even know, but I love it.
It's a
Really?
Poulan.
I've never used it.
It's not a
I love it, but I've never used it.
I know. No, I
Hey,
mean,
he's got
it's a
kids.
hell
He
of a-
doesn't need to use
it's
Wait,
a-
wait.
it's a
Why
hell
would you
of a-
not love a lawnmower you never use? My wife uses it.
Boom, roasted.
Touche.
Hey, she loves it. So guess what I love?
You love
I love
that lawnmower.
the electric
That
lawnmower.
lawnmower.
That lawnmower is...
I told my wife one time, if you want the grass cut, you should cut it yourself. And I've never said those things to her
Bro,
again.
no. My wife literally likes mowing the yard.
He's had a couple
Because this
Green
lawnmower
toes.
He's
is...
lippy.
It's
She's gonna beat
it's a
you when you get home.
self-propelling lawnmower, and it's electric, and she doesn't have to start it. She doesn't have any problems
Smash
with
a
it.
button.
She just push a button and goes,
Jackie.
and she loves mowing.
You know that Ryobi has a zero-turn electric mower now.
No way.
Yes.
Ryobi sucks though, man. Like some of the,
I love my Ryobis.
yeah, I mean, I'm a Makita guy. So
I'm a.
You're a
I would-
DeWalt man.
I'm a DeWalt man because
Man.
no. Here's why.
That's
Because I think
racist.
Makita's better because of their brushes.
yeah,
But on our deer lease, we have no power. We have no.
Yeah, I get it.
Everybody runs generators.
Yep.
3 of the dudes on our lease are construction foremen. So you walk in their cabin and they've got power banks. They've got power banks of batteries and shit. They've got every DeWalt tool known to man. So I was like, I bought most of
It
my
is true.
tools.
You bust it out. He's like, "Oh, I got to vacuum the trailer before we're leaving on Sunday," and he busts out this bright ass yellow. Says DeWalt on the
It's
side.
a
of
mini
it. I was
shop
like,
vac.
Oh, you
I
got
mean,
a
vacuum
fucking
my-
vacuum too? Like I know they've got just everything.
But DeWalt does, but these guys on our lease have every DeWalt tool known to man. I was like, well, 90% of the reason I bought these tools was to work on shit out there where I don't have power. At home, it doesn't fucking matter, right? So I should buy something that's compatible with everybody else's tools. So if I need batteries and stuff.
yeah, right. That's the key. That's
So,
when you're sucked into that world, though. You're in
So
there.
that was my deal. Is like we love this lease, we love these dudes on it. It just makes more sense because literally everybody else on the lease runs DeWalt.
yeah, you have to.
I'm buying DeWalt.
Yeah, you have to.
If I was
That
just
makes
buying,
sense.
I'd buy Makita.
No, that makes perfect sense. So
And lifetime battery warranties on Makita, which is mind blowing.
So I that's one of the things is that I did construction for a long time. So the Makita I was in the Makita world. So when you're in that world, you're stuck in there.
Absolutely.
Makita's in automotive as well.
Yeah, so it's like you're there. So you're gonna do it. If you're a Ryobi guy, you're stuck in the Ryobi world, even though Ryobi's break like crap, man. I've had Ryobis and I've had nothing but bad luck with them.
I've had no problems with any of my Ryobi stuff.
But you also have you use your Ryobis for easy stuff because you have really badass tools for real stuff.
I use them at work.
You do?
Heavy
really?
Equipment every day.
Nice.
I use my Ryobis. I use my Ryobis at the deer lease.
Aren't they made in Texas?
I have no clue, but
I think Ryobi's out of Texas.
They're easy. I did them because they're easy to get, and they make more than most cordless stuff first.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they have.
Dude, look, I got a light in here somewhere in the shop, and it's a Ryobi. It's over there. It's a little light I use for TikToks, and it's a Ryobi.
Being a mechanic, I learned a long time ago. Like I used to be a hardcore Chevy guy.
Is nobody like Black & Decker? Or?
That's not even a thing, dude. Well, Sears is gone, bro.
You either buy like DeWalt Ryobi Makita, or you buy Harbor Freight and just burn it out and throw it away.
Harbor Freight, dude.
I'm fine with it.
Harbor Freight's the dollar store. I love it.
What?
Ryobi's
Oh, Japan.
Japan's cool though. We're cool with Japan.
We are. And here's my take on
They got it through their head. We didn't like them.
I was about to say we showed them. They fucking know.
Here's my take on Harbor Freight tools. There's certain things I'll buy there. Screwdrivers, because I can just stab shit with them and throw them away. They're just screwdrivers.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I would never buy socket set there.
No.
I'd never buy precision tools there. Do I need a $30 throwaway Sawzall just to do some shit?
Hang on.
Cut the head off.
Harbor Freight, because I've had one for 3 years now and haven't managed to break it.
Yeah.
And if it breaks, I'm going to throw it away and just buy a new one.
So I can't remember the brand off the top of my head, but Harbor Freight just got a
Chicago
Canadian brand that is like
I'm with you.
the Canadian Snap-on.
Really?
And they sell they're expensive. It's
called Hoser.
Harbor Freight tools, but they're awesome. Actually.
Man, Harbor Freight and expensive would be not
Labatt,
attractive at all.
Labatt.
Moose.
It's called Moose Knuckle.
Yeah.
Is that a band over there? No, it could be a
Maple Leaf sockets and wrenches.
Maple Leaf.
What was that?
That's the best I got. It's the best I got.
That was pretty good.
I'm proud of you.
Hey, you went for it.
You need to watch
Jared.
You need to watch a little more Letterkenny. You'll figure it out.
I am Letterkenny.
Whoa. I'm the liquor.
Bold statement, Cotton.
I'm the liquor.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, we got way off.
Why?
To say the least.
That's how it goes.
So the Moulet. So let me tell you about the Moulet shirt real quick. So since we're losing people. So
I was like,
yeah.
this has got to mean something.
What?
Where are we looking at
It's
here?
the shirt. They
You
just
didn't
posted
see
it.
the video?
Yeah.
So
Of course.
So we made this shirt. So there was this
Don't touch it.
deer
Leave it alone.
mullet army. It's a mullet. That's a mullet wig, by the way.
Oh,
Someone had them all.
I had a glorious mullet.
Put that
up
on a
until
cracker,
recently.
dude.
Dawson drew a face on that thing, that mannequin
Hey,
the other day.
put that mullet on.
It was awesome.
Bring it over
Do
here.
it. Do it. Bring that mullet over here and let Abe put it on. So the Moulet Bush Pig Bait Company thing was there's a deer mullet army, right? Oh Jesus. He's got his shirt off and he's putting a mullet on.
Abe, Jordan, and Austin have all stepped away from their headsets.
And
Abe
he's
just
got his
took
shirt
off his clothing.
and he's putting a wig on. He's putting a mullet wig on. This is great.
Send this straight to Tracy.
Uh,
Abe will get lucky tonight.
Put that on a cracker, dude.
No, man, it just grows in like this.
Yeah. He just goes in like
Slice
this.
the garden.
You know, my mama said I had a big gap in my skull, and it's kind of all bones all intertwined.
What's that song, Dawson? What's the song we play for the mullet?
This is how, like,
Dude, I don't understand why you cut this off. You should have steered into this. Brilliant.
This is genius.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's
He's
so
got his
good.
shirt off. He's got his shirt off.
You
here.
should have kept
He's
this
got his
until the
mullet
moment
wig
you
on.
walk down the aisle and then
But
let us
everything's
cut your
moving.
hair.
And it actually looks like it actually looks real with your eyebrows. It actually
Yeah.
looks real, and your
Drapes
mustache.
match
Your
curtains,
mustache.
boys.
Drapes matching the curtains. I think.
Yeah.
What did you say? The drapes match the
Blinds.
the blind.
Because I was making fun of you because you always say the drapes match the curtains.
oh my God. Well, we really appreciate you guys listening so far. Babe's
Hey, if you haven't checked out by now, you're in.
Yeah.
You're in.
If you haven't checked out by now, we appreciate your support.
Oh no, we have some devout followers.
Oh, there's people who are going to.
But the Moulay,
I made it. I made it.
So there's
It's like crossing the desert. I haven't drank water in 7 days. That's what's like listening to a Stormwater Creek podcast. It's like crossing the desert, not drinking water for 7 days. You hallucinate.
So there's this deer.
Your Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoo.
So I'm at Tailwaters the other day, and Sean's like, "Hey, nice Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoo."
Classic.
It's not a Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoo. It's just an asterisk.
Hey, that's stupid tattoos.
Yeah.
What's it mean?
It means that somebody lost in my fantasy baseball league, and the dude who lost is supposed to get a tattoo. He didn't, so we did. And I put an asterisk on me.
You decided to Californication it.
Yeah. Californication.
So this Moulay,
what it is.
Moulay thing. So there's
He's over it.
Juicy.
So there's a deer mullet army out there.
Okay.
So it's like huge. So
There is.
if you Google it, deer mullet army, and look at images, there's a ton of these shirts and stuff. So I'm like, hey man, this mullet army thing, this mullet wave, and this retro thing is coming. Like it's here. So I'm like, I am Texas Hog Bait. I have to 100% take my pig and put a mullet on him. So I had my artist put a mullet on my hog, take the knife out of the mouth, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go with a little risk here. Moulay, French for mullet. Bush pig is like an Australian pig that has a mullet.
Yep.
It looks like a mullet.
Those glasses
So
are
it's
genius.
like Moulay Bush Pig Bait Company.
That's
So
good.
people were like, are you changing your name? I'm like, no, I'm not changing my name. It's just a shirt. I'm trying to make it fun.
It's good.
So we're going to do
It's
fun
good.
stuff from now
Giving
on.
me some good sunglasses to go with my
Yeah, dude.
but not like that.
Those are great, man. But
It's good.
so that's neon colors, and we freaking sold a ton of those day one,
That's
which was
awesome.
yesterday.
Rednecks are coming back, man.
Yeah, it is.
Shamelessly.
It is. So the
We-
mullet- so
we've
the
always
mullet's
been around.
A big deal.
I mean, that's why they brought Roseanne back on TV.
Put your headset
Roseanne?
on.
Well, I can hear you.
I can barely hear you.
I'm talking into this. The mic's 2 inches from my mouth.
All right. Whatever.
I don't understand.
So it's still our pig. It's still our pig. It's still
Of
our
course.
pig. It's
Yeah.
our pig.
Oh, yeah.
With a mullet.
That's Kenny Powers' pig.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's
Good.
That is a Kenny Powers pig, yes.
And that shirt, it's like, man,
That's a good shirt.
it turned out better
Hell
than
of a
I
shirt.
expected because I was like, when I went and picked him up, I even told Dawson, I was like, man, I just got a feeling this is gonna suck, man.
No.
And then when I got him, I was like, dude, these are freaking pretty cool, man. Like, my wife
good.
loves her shirt. My daughter, she loves the ring neck tee. We got a red one. We got a white shirt with red ring neck. Totally 80s looking. Younger population loves them. So we're about to put in. Yeah, it is.
It's coming.
It's weird. 'cause
80s is back
80s
in?
is so
I thought
weird.
80s were in. I thought it was all 90s shit now.
No, it's
all
80s.
over the place.
Grunge is starting to come back.
Yeah.
Flannels
Yeah.
and- yeah, grunge is coming.
He doesn't like that.
We're going to listen to Alice in Chains on the Drave.
Yeah.
Listen to some
Bush.
Nirvana, wear our cargo
I hate
pants, and
Nirvana.
some sweaters,
Crash
do some
Test
heroin.
Dummies. So
Whoa.
does Courtney.
Heroin's in now.
Ugh.
Heroin's
coming back.
heroin came in and never left. You're just seeing it for the first time. The sun's coming up for you. For the rest of us, it's been up for days. It's
about that.
heroin.
You're thinking about cocaine.
Why do you know so much about heroin?
Been there, done that. Yeah, the T-shirt.
Really?
I've never done
Did you
it.
just have a stroke?
Yeah, it's.
I can't do needles.
I'm
man.
high on life every
I mean, I
day,
guess you
no
could
matter
smoke heroin, but
All
I'm not
right,
going to
so-
smoke that.
We're going to let everybody go because we now have to murder
Take,
Abe.
you got to take Abe to rehab.
Why? I'm not on heroin today. I've
Today.
never done heroin.
Not today, man.
I'm fine, man. I don't mix the podcast and drugs, bro.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
He's had 3 beers. What's happened to him?
He's lightweight, bro.
He is.
I know.
Contrary to his
You
titties.
gotta show,
Yeah. I'm rocking an A cup,
Word.
bitch.
You gotta show
A.
Jackie the
A,
video
bud.
of him in Louisiana.
I don't know,
I
man.
will.
Oh
Can you send it
God.
to me? Is it like on?
I'll show you when we hang this
OnlyFans.com?
up. Oh, it should be.
Oh, I absolutely should.
Abe's got an OnlyFans page.
You don't have an OnlyFans yet?
That's the other one,
of
dude.
money.
That's how you gotta
Dude,
increase.
a lot of money in that.
I made Dawson get one.
You should.
I've been making at least $1,000 a month off that shit.
OnlyFans.
That's how we make our money.
Paying
Texas Hog Bait.
that Texas Hog Bait
Hey,
bill.
dude,
Oh,
look,
my
we got to be
goodness.
we got to diversify the company here.
Yeah, man.
I need you to
It's
get
diversification.
You half dressed next to a hog while you're field dressing it,
Yeah,
and that shit just goes
I've been
off
telling
every
these
time.
guys
I've been
for a
there
long
drunk
time.
plenty of
did-
times willingly.
yeah.
Duck bra with him. That
Yeah.
could go on your OnlyFans.
The what?
We did duck bra. He did duck bra.
He did.
Yeah, he did do
Yeah,
that.
that's hot.
I can
Yeah, we
see
didn't
Jordan
use
doing
it
that.
for anything. I was actually.
I don't have no idea where that picture.
I've
is.
got it.
What the
We got
heck?
it.
You didn't post that?
No one posted it, and I was in pretty shorts.
You were in pretty shorts. You fancy some bitch.
Did my wife bought you the shorts?
Yeah,
didn't
you
she?
was.
Oh yeah, I forgot the iridescent ones, right?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
Short
yeah.
shorts.
Sorry
yeah.
for
That
partying.
looks fantastic.
Yep.
Stomp around the
absolutely.
boat ramp during teal
Oh,
season.
That was the best part.
Everyone was super uncomfortable with me walking around. They're shiny silver, like short volleyball shorts. I took off my waders and walked around the boat ramp like that, and everyone was just like,
Not
What's
us.
going
We
on?
were all well
I did-
accustomed to
I
it.
did-
These
yeah,
other
like-
people were like,
you can
"What
see
is
looks
going
in
on?"
dude's eyes, like, did not expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on?
We were
Yeah, I don't know
definitely
what's
not
going
That's
on.
in.
classic right there. That's
I'm a classy
classic.
bitch.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
okay.
That's why I love
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah.
That's gotta be it.
Oh, I don't know. Classy
Something.
is the term.
Something.
Intimidation.
It's
That was the
Trashy,
that was
Core.
Hey,
You're a little trash.
that trip.
Or-
That trip was the last trip we took in the Leaky Creek.
Oh, the boat.
So
Leaky Creek's
here's the
gone.
big. We haven't talked to you about the boat. So we
Yeah,
got
you
rid
have.
of Leaky.
Oh, you got
so,
rid of
no,
Leaky
no.
we-
There's a story.
So here's the cool thing about this. So we got rid of the Leaky Creek, right? So Jared was like, "Hey, I've got a lead on a couple boats. We should make a change, and you should get this new boat." So I was like, "All right, perfect." So I sold the Leaky Creek, sold it, bought the boat with Jared, put new motors on them. Jared and I have identical 12-foot John boats now with 16 horsepower motors.
They're adorable.
They're supposed to have 7. We put 16 horsepower motors on them.
Oh yeah, I like it.
We like to
Risky.
party.
It can hang.
So
She'll buff out.
a couple weeks ago,
Me and Abe were scooting the other day.
oh, it was
And scooting's the word
Yeah.
I'd use for it.
Yeah.
so. A couple weeks ago, Austin and I are at
Grapevine.
Grapevine, and he got there before me. I was pulling in, and I call him. I'm like, "Dude, I think I'm sitting behind Leaky Creek, waiting to go into the boat ramp." So like going in through the gate at Grapevine. Get out! It's my boat. That's my boat. They get in the boat and they leave, and I was like, I can't believe this. This is the Leaky Creek. The guy, and it wasn't the guy I sold it to. The guy I sold it to sold it to somebody else. So we go out, we duck hunt, we come back, and they come back, and they're loading up, and he's like, "Hey, your buddy, my buddy out here. I think that's his boat he had. Did you buy from a dude in what was it,
Burleson
Burleson
or
or
something.
something like that, right?" He's like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
We
yeah, that's
recarbed it and put a cavitation plate. And blah, blah, blah.
yeah." I'm like, "That's my old boat, you know." And the Leaky Creek lives on. These guys
They
did
put
some
a
modification.
piece of
We did a bunch
aluminum
of
on the
sketchy
front
stuff.
end and
We
like
just
riveted
dirted
it
that
in and beat out the front end to straighten it up
So
a
it
little
looks
bit.
good now.
I wouldn't say good. It looks better. It's
Yeah.
still the Leaky
It-
Creek.
the
And
process
I
worked.
said to him, I was like, yeah, we used to call it Leaky Creek, his boat. And they're like, yeah, this leaks like shit.
Oh, so yeah.
Like, whoever put this bilge pump in here is a lifesaver. I'm like, that was me.
I had found a boat when I was in high school on the Nolan River, and it was a John boat. It had gotten swept away in a storm, and I put JB Weld all over it, and it
Hell yeah.
sealed it up.
J.B. Weld,
Dude, I
do a
freaking
trick.
fished like crazy when I was a kid, you know, and I had a little Evinrude on it, like a 5-horse or something like that. It was a putter across
Yeah.
the lake. and
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it going, yeah.
Yeah, but when you're a little kid and you're fishing, you know, you can. When I was like probably 17, I would put it in the back of my truck and drive it down to the lake and go
Chuck
over
it
across
in.
the lake, pick up my buddy, and we
Being
caught
in
a bunch
boat
of
at 17, you probably feel like
we caught a bunch of
badass.
sand bass one day, and it started sleeting, and I was like, oh man, shit, it's sleeting, we got to get out of here. So I was trying to start the motor and it wouldn't start. We have one paddle in the boat. We had to paddle the boat all the way back.
Oh.
It took forever, and we almost died. Like 4 times.
We've been there.
Yeah, you gotta.
Jordan and I have walked a boat.
Tawakoni, I ran out of gas when we were at
Miles.
Tawakoni, and thankfully you hadn't left me.
Oh, you should be where we were at in the Leaky Creek. I was out on the Leaky Creek on Tawakoni with him, and we were out past where we were at, and we had to bring that boat back on foot.
Yeah, it was
On
far
foot.
down, and we
Back
walked
to the-
through, and we were like, we couldn't see over all the reeds.
Yeah.
Like,
It was horrible.
But you couldn't roll through the reeds either. There's so little water.
Remember how we said get key start?
Oh,
So when they were putting these new motors on their boats,
I had key start on my other. I'm
he was like, I don't know, I can save like $80.
that
was
guy
me.
was.
That
That
was
was
me.
him.
Oh, was
That
it you?
was me.
He was like, I
I
can
was thinking
save
I'd
like
do a pull
$80,
start.
but saving not getting key start, getting pull start. And I said, here's the deal, bro. We duck hunt. We get out there, temperature drops, starts sleeting, it's cold as shit. Pull starting that motor.
Screw
You
Yeah,
want to do
not-
that?
not-
And he said, I don't know.
You
I
want
said,
full start as your second option.
trust me. That's your backup option. You want to go chugga chugga chugga
It
chugga,
worked.
choke it a little
It
bit,
worked
chugga
out.
chugga chugga.
Yeah.
Blah!
Yeah,
Trust
I agree.
me.
No.
I agree.
Key
You
starts-
guys got to. I saw your trap. All right, so we got to clean it up a little bit.
We do.
We are.
Saturday,
We
we're
are.
moving it and rebuilding
We
it.
are.
Yeah, we got to.
We're gonna do something like this soon.
That's-
Soon.
Yeah.
Where we're going.
Let me know when you're ready to do that, and I got people, so
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
we'll get you hooked up with a really good.
We'll take some solid pictures so you can see and just be like,
Yeah, I got to get some pictures of this plywood gate.
This
Here's the deal.
monstrosity.
Dude, it works.
here's it does work. And here's what we're gonna do is I feel like
That's
we
to be
should
determined.
once we retire that gate, we should bring it here and then just be like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Hanging
So
up on the wall.
This should go up on your wall.
That's the
like
kind of
gates.
gate that you would use, and you would tell me you baited your trap with diesel fuel.
Yeah.
No, we're better.
You
than
know,
that.
I'm not a diesel fuel guy.
We know, and we agree with you.
But we still right. We still deal with that. Diesel
Oh,
fuel.
we still hear it
Oh,
from
I
dudes all the
can't- yeah.
time.
I'm like, I see it.
Oh, sour corn.
So I
Like,
stopped.
no.
I'm done with pages on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Like this page, that page, this page, that page.
Well, it's the internet. Everybody knows more than you do.
Dude, I am like so over people. Like, okay,
There's a waterfowl page.
We all agree with
this
you,
guy,
yeah.
This guy tried his best. All he wanted to do, he was just like, "Hey guys, last day of the season, let's just get everybody together on this page, hang out, and just have a fun get together, right?" And the hate that this dude got for that, I could not believe.
it's just
I'm like,
insane,
what?
man.
This
Are you
guy's
talking about
just,
setting the big spread?
yeah. I'm just
So
saying,
here's the deal. We're on these duck hunting
Pages.
forums, pages, whatever.
same thing that would
So
be
they
for the hogs.
they want to do this thing. We want to set the largest spread ever set. They said everybody bring all your decoys. I'm not kidding, Jackie. Between us, we have 10 or 12 dozen decoys minimum. We've got bags and boxes.
I know you guys are big
Yeah.
duck hunters, yeah.
But these were just people always like, "Oh, you duck hunt? I'm done. Here, take this. Here, take this." And they're all half of them are pieces of shit. They're still duck bodies. We're not the only people with that many decoys
Yeah.
by any means. But this dude was like, "We want to set like a
Just a
spread of
stupid
spreads,
spread, just-
like thousands of decoys, and somebody fly a drone. It's the last day of duck season. The season was sucks.
Screw off and
Let's-
have fun.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
have fun.
What
Get a big
happens when you
video
got 30
of,
dozen out
of these
there?
people setting 100, 200 dozen decoys. And he told me this, like, dude, let's do it. That'd be awesome. Like, just roll up there.
And the hate
you know,
that this guy
we'll,
got.
we'll boat in.
What?
We'll fill my boat up with every decoy we own. We'll set our spread. Yeah, then he said everybody just started shitting on this dude. It's like the duck season this season was real
really-
bad. People are the worst.
I'm really good at dealing with pricks. So I deal with so many. Like we deal with when you deal with Clapper and you deal with TikTok and you deal with Facebook. So Facebook's really not a lot of haters on there because I'll put my phone number on there and I'll put my address on there. If you want to talk smack, I'll put my address and you can come talk to me face to face. We can talk about this. Like, hey, look, dude. Like I literally have a guy that said I used your bait and didn't work, and he said something stupid.
I put it in my backyard and
Yeah, so it was
worked.
really stupid.
Yeah.
So I had a guy that he literally had no pigs, and he ever never seen any pigs. He's like, this shit sucks. So I said, call me.
it doesn't make them appear.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's not Gremlins the movie,
Yeah.
like you don't want to just add the stuff and they show up, So I'm used to dealing with people that have another opinion. I'm like, let's talk.
Haters.
So I will tell a guy to talk to me, and I will send you my cell phone number, and we can talk about this. And I will refund you if you had a bad experience or whatever the situation was.
But let's talk.
Let's talk about
Absolutely.
it. Let's talk about it. So I talked to a guy. He's trapping in Wichita Falls. I talked to this guy a couple days a week. He's having hell out there. Yeah. He can't even get him to eat plain corn, And I'm like, well, first of all, you got to stop. You got to stop mixing you got to stop changing baits so damn much. Like you're freaking flipping your attractants like 3 times a week. Stop doing that. I said, first of all, I don't even want you to go out there for a week. I just want you to leave it alone.
We're just being there 3 times a week.
Yeah, just stop going.
All that smell and noise.
Yeah,
exactly.
Stop going.
When we go mess with our trap, it's 2 or 3 days before anything pops up on the camera.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, nah, bro.
Yeah, if they smell you, but last night we had the 3 hours and it was freaking gates dropping.
I think there's a difference between how you're engaging with the scene of the crime, if you will, versus somebody who's out there 3 times a week. Right? You're out there, you're in, you're out. Right? You're not pudding around. You're doing what you need to do. You're getting out of there. And then there's other people that just hang out. And they're like, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this?
I'm going to lean on this. I'm going to spit here. I'm going to take a piss over here.
Get out of there. Right? Think about this shit at home, not on the site.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that you were saying that dude,
he's not getting. The pigs won't eat any of his.
You were
corn.
saying you're flipping baits too quick. You're out there too much.
I told him. Leave it alone for a week. Mm-hmm. And it's like, leave it alone for a week. Let's talk. So we're gonna. I'm actually gonna go out there next week. I said, hey, I'm coming out there. I'm gonna put my eyes on this. I got to see this because you can't get pigs to eat any corn no matter what you do to it. There's something going on here.
You're like, I don't buy it.
I'm not 100% not buying it.
There's a factor that you're not aware of.
There's something. And I talked to Tig about it too. I talked to a couple of other trappers, and they're like,
yeah, exactly. Are there pigs?
There are pigs.
There are. Okay.
There are pigs.
That's
there.
a good first question. Like you do know you have pigs.
Yeah, there are pigs there, but he can't get them. So they're eating grubs, and they're rooting up stuff. So I told him, I said, these pigs have a food source from somewhere else. They 100% are getting fed somewhere else. I don't know if there's a dumpster down here, they're throwing out down here, is there a McDonald's down there? But something's going on.
They're eating somewhere.
They're eating, and they're not going to eat your freaking corn. Sucks, man. Like, dude, I'm eating freaking Whataburger right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat your stupid ass corn.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it out on our lease, like we was talking about in Jefferson. When acorns fall, no pigs at feeders.
Yeah.
Once acorns are gone, all back to feeders.
Back.
Yeah,
so on our attractants that we make, everything is like it's peanut based. The powders are peanut based. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing in there that would deter a hog or a deer or anything from eating it. We make it 100% so it's attractive to all wildlife.
We can vouch for that. Like,
deer.
When we first put that sounder syrup out, 3 times a day. I can show you pictures of just deer.
I got a guy.
Deer.
So I met this guy on TikTok, and he's literally an asshole. He's very curt and blunt about things. So I went to him and said, "Hey, I want you to test my bait.
Great.
I want you to test this stuff." So he came to my shop, and I met him.
Not an asshole.
He was like very curt.
Casserole.
He's very matter of fact guy. So he was not as I would expect him to be. He made this video and sent it to me. It was like super great, highly edited, all this other stuff. He's like, I put this in the most least suspect area where I would not get any. He tried to set me up for failure. He put the blackout down, and he just poured like a little line. He set me up to fail. And he put a game camera up there to show me I was not going to be good. And it didn't work. He had deer pounding it and pigs pounding it. He calls me and he says, dude, I got deer and pigs eating dirt right now. He's like, what the hell is this stuff? And this guy, so when we test our stuff, we don't ask for, I find random people sometimes on Instagram and stuff like that, and I just say, hey, I need you to test this because I don't want a biased opinion from what you think of our
You want
product.
somebody
I want my
who don't
friends
know
to
you
tell
how
me
to
I don't.
do
Yeah, I
it.
don't need my wife to tell me that this stuff is great. I
Yeah,
need
like,
somebody
dude,
who's
it's
a
awesome.
dick to say, "Yeah, man, I gotta be honest with you, dude. It worked.
Ain't bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's worked.
Hate your face, but this shit works.
Yeah. I
You know?
hate your guts,
Yeah.
but it works.
This
And
is
and
awesome.
and that's kind of how we do things. I mean, I know for a fact what we have. We have good products, and we are not going to devalue what we have ever. We're not
shit,
going to, and
it's-
not to stores. So any of the big box stores, we're going to be in every big box store in 2022 or 2023. We'll be in Academy. We'll be in everywhere
Hell
in
yeah.
Word up, man.
2
Very
years.
good.
100%. No. I mean,
I just really feel sorry for you for one reason is that you got involved with us, and one of these days we'll be like, "Hey, man,
Whoa, dude,
you're
calm
gonna be like,
down, man.
you're gonna be like real tree."
The
and we're gonna
majority
be like,
of us
"Hey,
are
man,
good
you're
people,
gonna have
no.
Okay.
So here's the
You're gonna
deal.
have to deal with us still."
Here's the deal with
Like,
that.
oh Jesus!
So I
these
have
people.
like small.
Feel bad for them. They got that
feel
little,
bad for 'em.
that little retarded gate that they gave to us.
I have like
God,
these
quit
mom and
talking.
pop shops that still do business with me, and I told them from the beginning. I said, if you continue to do business with me and you don't stop, you'll always get this deal, and I will always take care of you. And I have a store in Waco, bar none,
Okay.
and I have stores in Heiko and other stores that still do business with me, and they will never ever be treated differently, and they will get actually ridiculous deals because
They've been there since
they've
day
been
one.
there since day one. Jimmy Killian is an example. He was my very first guy I ever got in the store with. I drive to that guy.
They help build your business.
They did. But the
Absolutely.
deal is I'm never going to bail on those guys ever. And as long as I have air in my lungs, I will never bail on these small stores that help me
Absolutely
grow.
not.
Ever.
Except for the retards at Stormwater Creek.
But no,
Those guys are dead to me.
But you guys, I mean, you guys. I mean, I've done one podcast. I mean, it's been with you guys, and I'm grateful for
Well,
it.
no, he's interviewed with one podcast, and he's saying with us.
See, Jared gets
He's
it.
done multiple episodes, but he's interviewed with one podcast.
Yeah.
God,
Whatever.
See,
it.
I'm
Whatever.
glad both of you guys have used the term retards right here.
The R word.
You can't say retard in 2021.
Yeah, Biden got elected, bro.
Oh, I can't say it to him. He's artistic. It's okay.
He's artistic or something.
Look at his face.
Dawson used to say that all the time. I don't know why, but
The R word?
Quit on that. All right?
huh? I'm not
You
gonna
talk
get.
about autism.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah, I used to say that a lot actually. It was like
Get
my
it.
go-to, like instead of stupid, and like I realized that after a while.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Hey, no, you come back.
Well,
here.
Austin just left.
Well, Austin just
Austin
quit.
just told you to come back,
Austin
man.
quit. This is
Austin
why we
quit,
let
Dawson
Jared
said.
drive because he won't quit.
So you guys like my.
Quit.
You guys like my stripper lights going on back there on the back of that Texas Hog Bait logo? You guys had never been to World Headquarters, man. We had to do it here.
I'm excited.
I was so
to be here,
excited.
It's our first
My
time
wife,
here.
I was telling my
Did
wife
we
we're
even
going.
mention
No, we're
that?
going to their office. She's like, so they have like an
didn't
office.
mention that. Did we mention it all that we're at the warehouse today? We're at the
I think we did.
headquarters.
I don't know. I thought we did.
I don't know. You've had like
What's that?
12 drinks, buddy.
12?
I can't remember
You
if
don't
we
think
mentioned
you
that
count.
we're here.
But this is where we hang. I mean, literally, we are here at this shop 7 days a week. No lie.
Ain't bad.
I mean, we are here 7 days a week. We are always here.
Yeah.
People call, text. I'm gonna come by the shop at this. I got tomorrow. I'm jammed up.
Yeah, they say they're gonna come by the shop at this time and then don't.
Yeah, and then we got those
Of course.
freaking
Yeah.
guys.
That
They're-
happens
no-shows
way
are-
too much.
Dude,
I
that
was supposed to make
That's
some
Abe.
money yesterday.
Yeah, so Dawson gets.
I
So
don't
if,
talk about it.
so
I'll
if
be
Da-
about it.
so if somebody comes by the shop and pays cash for stuff,
Okay.
and he's here and I'm not here, I let him keep the cash. I'm like, that's yours, dude. It's all you. So he's like motivated to be here.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then this dude bails. He's
money.
like super pissed. He's like, this son of a bitch didn't show up.
I just worked out $1,000 deal.
Yeah, I'm texting him. He's at the fire station. I'm like, hey, dude, I was supposed to make like some damn money today. What's up?
That's how he makes his extra
So-
cash on cash deals. So IRS, if you're listening, yeah, we do that. Come get me.
Come at me, bro.
Come
Come at me, bro.
Come at me. Come at
Fight
me.
me.
I don't even care.
Exactly. Do this. Let's do this.
God.
None of these statements are admissible in court. I'd just like to lay that out there.
We're all just characters. We're reading from a script right
This
now.
is absolutely fake,
It's all
and nobody.
jokes.
Yeah, exactly. This is satire.
And nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt. It's satire. It's just a joke.
Just
I voted for
hanging
Joe.
out.
I voted for George Biden. Don't
Voted
worry.
for John
I voted for Jim Beam.
All right, so Abe Bowman is done. You can't even say words properly.
I don't even. I voted for. I'm like literally like a libertarian, like mostly, except for the Libertarian Party has like the dumbest candidates ever. You know what I mean?
We need that third party.
Yeah, but you just gotta vote because like one day.
But I'm not gonna waste the vote.
Yeah,
I mean. But I'm 100% a libertarian. I'm not a Republican.
No.
I'm not a Democrat. I'm 100%.
I don't fall into one category.
Yeah, I do not.
Yeah.
I don't vote for people. I vote for policies. You know, like, what are the policies?
What do you do?
What's that?
What do you? I mean, what you do as a
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What you're gonna do? What you've done?
Yeah.
You know.
So I literally was approached by a guy to run as a libertarian for Congress, and I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, man, I'm too busy with Texas Hog Bait. I don't have time for this crap. But I would, if I did it, I would. I mean,
I'd vote for you.
my goal would be to win.
I just
you
want
know?
to do hood rat shit with my friends.
Yeah, but the thing is though, it's like in Texas. So like, you know, why don't we legalize marijuana already?
Do it.
I'll pack it. You know, I'll pack it here at my shop. You know, I'll package it here. I mean,
Yeah.
there's jobs to be had here.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
tax revenue to
tens
collect on
of
shit.
millions of dollars in tax revenue.
Billions of
Yeah.
dollars in Texas.
Especially in this state. Yeah.
Billions of
You're
dollars
probably
in
right.
Texas. Billions of dollars in Texas to be made off of
Look how Colorado went.
it's ridiculous. Like we should 100% it should be pushed through. And
We're done with this.
I don't even
bullshit.
smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a fireman.
Exactly.
I can't
Yeah.
smoke.
Let's say
Abe likes weed.
Haven't
He
haven't
smokes.
smoked in years.
federally.
Years.
I'm saying like,
Years.
but it should be
and
pushed through
years.
federally because
Yeah, of course.
We're
because
done with that.
at the federal level, you know, it inhibits all the banking structure and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
Legalize cacao.
Because of it's still
that
federally
too.
legal,
Mad at
but
that.
whatever.
But I got a buddy of mine that played in the NFL, and he had back surgery, and he was taking all this medicine, and I was down there with him on
eating it like
Memorial
candy.
Day weekend. There was a Trump rally down there on Lake Travis. 4 boats sank. You ever hear this story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
They,
heard
that
I was there. I saw all 4 boats sink. So
I missed this one.
I had missed this one too.
Now they did it
Yeah.
on Ray Hubbard, and
Yeah.
it was like
we were there that weekend.
We talked to
It
those
was
boys,
insane.
and it was
But
insane.
no,
They were like
that-
it was
like
an ocean
20
out there.
What happened?
2,500 boats on this lake.
And Travis is,
Lake
it's
Travis.
big, but
It's huge.
2,500.
2,500 boats is a
boats.
lot of boats, man. So it was
It's
ridiculous.
a lot of people moving around on water.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I was down there, and Dusty, he played football for the Panthers, and he played, for Texas Longhorns, and he had back surgery. So he lives in a houseboat on Lake Travis, and next door to him
Hell yeah.
he lives there.
You can get a hell of a houseboat.
Dusty-
So
now.
he's got Dusty Renfro.
Renfro, okay. Renfro.
So he played
He's a
football for
Renfro
Texas
boy.
Longhorns,
Okay.
and so we went down, hung out with him, stayed the night. It was so awesome too. The houseboat kind of rocks you to sleep. It's like
yeah.
amazing. It's amazing. My wife
Buddy
got
of ours
sick.
used to have. They had one up on Broken Bow.
Oh,
Yeah, man, great.
Sleep
so
on-
his
sleep on
next
that
door
was
neighbor
badass.
is an anesthesiologist, and he comes over, and Dusty's like, "Man, I can't sleep." Blah blah. So he says, "Hey, man, here's what you need to do. You need to take these gummies." And they were cannabis gummies. So he would take a half a gummy, and he would go to bed, and he would sit out. Man, it relieved my pain. I slept all night, and
It's a whole lot.
it's like
Here. I'll say this. Here's my take on it. I'm in the alcohol industry. Booze pays my bills. Booze is unexplainably more detrimental and
Absolutely.
dangerous than weed is.
Yeah.
And I can walk down the street and buy enough booze to kill me without anybody questioning it.
I've been a fireman 27 years, never been on a weed-related
Absolutely.
incident.
Absolutely.
Never been on a weed-related
Absolutely.
accident in my life, but I've been on a ton.
By the way. I really do.
I've been on a
With-
ton.
with Jackie. They're just
Absolutely.
fun. I mean, we have great conversations.
Because
I've
we're
been on
all
a-
over the place.
Yeah, I've been
It's
on
awesome.
a
Yeah,
ton
that's
of accidents. I mean, I worked on a helicopter, care flight. I flew people. Never have I ever been on an accident involving somebody
Yeah.
that was high.
Yeah, nobody
It
gets
was
super
all
stoned and
alcohol.
like.
Trust me, I've tried.
Kills a
It's
family of
impossible.
4.
I've
It's
yeah,
prohibition.
Ba-
And
ye-
then you
was a
are
little
real
hot.
careful.
Yeah, years
You're like,
ago
"Oh
when
my
I did
gosh, I
when
don't
I
wanna
could
break
smoke
the
and
law."
when I could smoke and did smoke years ago before I had started getting drug tested for work, it's just like you start driving, you're like, this is terrifying. I'm going so fast. And you're like, oh, it's 25 miles an hour.
exactly.
And you're immediately like, nope. And you go back to where you came from. And you order. You're like, I just need my 7 tacos, bro.
Uber Eats exists today, and I don't even smoke weed anymore. I don't smoke weed. Uber Eats exists. Today. It's terrible.
Nowadays,
it's bad on you.
know, right?
Yeah.
If I wasn't a fireman, I would be a pothead. I'm just going to be honest with you guys.
Absolutely.
On the podcast, I'm telling everybody right now, I would literally be a pothead.
It's cool to
Enough's
drink.
enough.
What's that?
It's cool to drink. Like,
but it's totally
It's the
not
same
good
thing.
for you.
Yeah,
though, man.
exactly.
It's
Drinking
so bad
alcohol
for you.
is so
Like,
much
you
bad
drink
for
beer?
you. So much more bad
Okay.
for you.
So much bad for you.
You're like, I'm trying to do something. Like, you want to do something, but it's like not necessarily the most difficult task that you have on your regimen, but it's the second most difficult task. So you smoke and you're like, oh,
I can knock it out.
you know what I mean?
Or
It's like-
just
it's like
general,
a
like, you know,
perspective
you
Come from a pothead.
I'm the opposite.
the
of
general
Dawson's our local pothead.
I am, you know, and it helps me get work done.
Hey, but he's good.
Knock it out.
I mean, I'll
It
say
kills
my,
him. I'm not
my brother's
fired
the same
yet.
way. I mean,
The-
it helps him focus, and he gets things done. And
The,
there's people that
you know, and the
it really
American
is.
idea is like get home from work, drink a couple beers, a couple glasses of wine, and
Yeah,
go to bed.
right.
You know what's more relaxing? That's more of a stimulant, not a stimulant, but more relaxing, but less of a depressant. Weed.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't. I mean, 27 years in the fire department, I
Vote
get
Austin
drug tested. I
Brown,
can't
weed.
do it.
Bro,
But
man.
when I retire, I'm 100%.
It's
I'm
amazing.
probably not even gonna drink. I'm gonna be like, hey, we're gonna open that bay door and we're gonna be smoking.
I really like Sublime.
And there's gonna be like the bubbling and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I don't practice Santeria.
Right. He started singing. We're done.
We're
It's done. He's done.
That was for you.
I don't
Get
know.
outta here.
I'm with you, man. I really
Absolutely.
think that this whole two-party system thing is bunk.
It's
It needs to-
broken.
It's broken.
It's so
so
broken.
stupid. You're either this or that. It does not encapsulate what a human being can be.
I agree.
No.
I agree. We're Americans. You know,
Yeah.
we're all Americans, and at the end of the day, we have to, you know,
And-
you know what the best day ever was 9/12.
Oh,
Everybody
100%.
was an American that day.
Yeah.
On 9/12, we all were united and loved each other, and we could all agree that we love this country. And you know, 9/11 sucked, but 9/12 we were united, and we were all proud to be Americans. And we needed 9/12. We needed 9/12 again.
Yeah.
Maybe not the 9/11.
Maybe
Yes,
without the
we do need
planes.
the
But I
9/12
agree.
for sure.
I agree.
We don't need that.
Holistically,
9/12.
we got to figure out something. We need a uniter. We need somebody who can come in here and say, like, I don't care what you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what your proclivities are personally, who you like, who you don't like, but do you, and let's figure out how to make money and our life work forward.
Kind
And
words
that's it.
from Abe Bowman.
Abe's a uniter. Abe's a
But you're
uniter.
right, though.
Abe, I'm gonna circle back with you on
No,
this
but
one, man.
Joe
I gotta circle back.
I'm gonna circle back with you on
Let's
this one.
circle back with you.
I mean, this is what I don't understand. What I
You're
don't
so
get is the
blue, it's coming
hypocrisy
out
of a
of
lot
your
of this
eyes.
stuff, right? Is the hypocrisy of it all
And here
in that
we
you
go.
can do what like. A lot of these people are talking hypocrisy through their actions, and that's where it's got to stop, right?
Right.
Hypocrisy's got to stop, whether it's on their side, whether it's on your side. Doesn't matter. You got to get back to being.
Just let people be
People.
people. Let
Yeah.
people do their thing. You know, like let's leave it be. Let people do what they want to do. The government shouldn't regulate every single thing we do, and they
Absolutely.
shouldn't tax us for every single thing we do. That includes weed and booze and ammo and things like that. Like the ATF
Taxation is theft.
is
Change my mind. Fight me.
ATF's an organization that does not need to exist.
Income
There's
tax.
I
zero-
mean, to a degree,
to me, it's an organization that just completely infringes on rights.
yeah.
Like without
Why do you
question.
need it?
House Rule 127 is something people should pay attention to.
Very
Oh,
much so.
yes.
Oh,
it was
yes.
introduced by a lunatic,
Sheila
and it's
Jackson
lunacy.
Lee is in
She
the
is a lunatic.
117th congressional district, and she's in Houston, Texas.
And she's a lunatic.
She is a lunatic,
So- It's
but it'll
crazy.
never pass because it's too expensive.
And I
Like,
know,
exactly.
and here's my biggest thing is I know we're getting down a rabbit trail, but do you feel like there's never a magic bullet to anything, right? But the magic bullet is term limits, right?
correct.
Absolutely.
To me, the magic bullet for our government right now is
term
term
limits,
limits.
for sure.
I don't care if you're blue. I don't care if you're red. I don't care.
They
what
all can
color.
agree with you on that.
Everybody needs to say, you get in here, you got a certain amount of time, and then you're the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
You
then
shouldn't
people,
be a career
because then people have
politician.
no motivation.
No.
Unless they want to
Political
change. No.
podcasts over here.
And, like I'm not saying no motivation. they have no motivation to do it unless they want to change something.
It
here's
ends
my
up
thing.
being a lucrative
It's not
deal.
just like,
Here's
you
my
know
deal,
what, I'm
right?
going to get in here and just coast.
Well, here's my
Like
deal,
they
right?
do.
Here's my deal, right? A lobbyist, right? They're going to buy their way in through politics, right? To
Mitch
do the thing what
McConnell,
they do.
Nancy Pelosi are a prime
They
example.
got to
So
Absolutely.
I can be bipartisan on this and say Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi both need to go away.
Absolutely.
They got to go. They got to go.
Absolutely.
But here's my thing on
100%.
term limits. It provides a two-way knife, right? It prices lobbyists out of the game because it is too expensive to buy somebody over and over and over and over again.
Every 3 years, 4 years, 5 years,
If I
8
come-
years,
yeah.
whatever it
if
is.
I buy Mitch McConnell, I got your ass, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's $5 million.
Yeah. I
Oh,
got
in 4
you.
years,
Mitch
here's
is
another
done,
5.
though. They're done. They're done
Totally.
with Mitch.
They're totally done with him. But yeah, you can't keep
Can't
writing
keep
that
up.
multi-million dollar
They
check
can't do
every
it.
4 years, 5 years, whatever it may be. It's not feasible.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way we've got to move, and I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to the pendulum swings, right? That's what happens. And you think about this, and what gives me a little solace is the fact that Rome was around for how long? 1,000 years.
Yeah.
We're into year 300,
1776.
So I don't do
Hey,
math, bitch.
oh God, you really don't do math, do you? We're 200 and change.
200 and change. So we're 200 and change into this. Think about the revolutions. Think about what Rome went through its first 200 years, right? We're a fart to Rome right now. And if you think about it from that perspective, we got a long way to go, right? We may experience a downturn, but
there's some rough things ahead.
Yeah, and we're going to come out of that.
In our lifetime, they probably won't happen. I'm not having kids. You're not having kids.
Yeah.
Fucking
Boom.
fist
Out.
bump. Yeah. Let it burn.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck,
Sorry, Dawson.
Good luck,
I don't know
Dawson.
if I have
Yeah.
kids
Good
yet.
luck,
Godspeed, buddy.
Yeah,
Godspeed.
This is
thinking
your
about that.
fucking problem. You're going to have to
Yeah.
fucking deal with it.
Dawson, figure it out.
Yeah,
Because
you know,
me and him,
Yeah.
right now, we're just like, all right, we retire in how long? Like, mass working out right now. We're kind of done in a bit.
see, if I find a good enough partner and I'm gonna mate with them, then I'm gonna mate with them.
So
No, you're confusing mating with children.
We're all mated up. We don't
We
have
have wives. We're all married.
Yeah, we're not-
Everyone here is
Y'all got
married.
Kids?
No.
Okay, that's
No.
Not
different
having
stuff.
kids.
No, we're never having
See,
kids.
like I kind of want to have kids.
Okay, then good for you.
Okay.
Figure the rest of the shit out. You're,
You have
it's your
something
problem
to
now.
look forward to.
Yeah, we
It's
don't.
messed up because like I think like I'm like, oh, I want to have kids and I want them to do like this and that, but like I have no idea what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have kids and they pop out with their own brains.
That's why I couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. And
Screw
it's like
'em.
messed
I'm terrified of
I'm
it.
out of it. Can't do it. So, as a parting question, remind everybody how old you are, Dawson.
up. So I'm 22 years old.
Okay, you're 22 years old.
Yeah.
What is your take of what's going on in the world right now? Where do you sit, like, just
My
with all
take
things going?
of what's going on in the world right now, man, it is crazy, right? So like I observe it all. I get on my phone in the morning, just like all of us slaves do. You know,
Take
what I
your
mean?
noise. You take your whatever they're giving to you at that day.
Yeah. It's. I think a lot of people are like caught up in this deal, right? Like, so our media wants to push all this, like, you should be offended.
This is what you should be offended.
Yeah, right. And people really take that. You know what I mean? And I've got a lot of friends, like, you know, I'm 22, as we stated. I have a lot of friends that are on this other side of the fence. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll be talking about whatever, and they will explain to me why they're offended when it seems like they're half offended.
Yeah.
And that seems like a big thing that's going on right now. People aren't offended.
Being offended is really popular.
Exactly.
It's very-
Exactly.
it's very
It's really
popular
popular
to
to
be
be offended, and it's cool to be offended, and you can get some attention being offended. So they'll be like, you know what? I'm offended.
Yeah, by
And-
something.
Yeah,
You have
by
to- you pick
by
something. Pick something.
Whatever it is, and it can be whatever at this point. You know what I mean? So like, I think that there are certain things that are reasonable to be offended by, but then there are certain things that are just like
Nonsensical.
You're making this into something for no
nonsensical.
reason.
You are making this
Absolutely.
into something that doesn't exist, and that's something I see a lot of.
I think
you
it's
know,
a lot of it, man. I think you're spot on.
Right? Yeah.
And I really think that this is where the combining of forces comes into play, right? Is
Okay.
that you've got a lot of people who are younger, you got a lot of people who are older who are starting to think the same thing. And when people start to think the same thing, it becomes a little dangerous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
because it's almost like monopolizing cancel culture.
yeah.
Right? You know
Which
what I mean?
that in itself is madness.
Right.
Yeah.
So no one's allowed to ever have made a mistake.
Yeah.
The things I did before cell phone cameras existed.
Horrible.
Oh.
Right. It's like, I should.
And so now they're like, somebody
seppuku.
tweeted something like 10 years ago. Like, oh man.
Well,
Oh,
Right, it's
they
like-
typed something on the internet? Like,
yeah.
It's
oh,
like I said
God.
this,
Yeah.
and now I should probably cut my stomach open.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
so it's madness. It's
Absolutely.
madness,
What?
man. It's madness.
What it is, it really is, and I think that we're going into a point where it's like we're gonna get offended, and eventually we're all gonna come together and be like,
This is stupid.
all right,
Wait a minute.
wait a second,
We're offended over this now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think we've been controlled by somebody.
Wait.
Let's like.
I walked
rein it in
outside
for
and
a
I
second.
am this now?
I that's refreshing to hear that from a younger opinion,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, I mean,
Because
And
we're all
and it's
we're all
crazy.
bumping the age
So,
of
like-
this
so,
is
like-
crazy.
Right, and if I give you a perspective of my friend group, right, you know, because like all 22, 21 year
your
olds,
age.
it's a 50-50
Yeah.
right now, you know. So like we'll get together, we can all get along and stuff, but then
Right.
we talk about other
What's
people.
going
They're
on,
like
yeah.
like one of my friends. He's a real. He's left. He's a big old donkey, and he's.
Okay. I like that.
he talks about it, you know. He's like yeah, like my friends, they're real bothered by this or that, and we're able to come to terms. But then when you get outside of your friend group, you come to these people that are like, honestly, I don't care either way, but I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna drill you into hell until you can't speak anymore, because that's just like what's cool. And then like my other friends that are donkey, like we're gonna like be on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like it really is like politics to me has become like this whole big old bandwagon,
It is.
and
Absolutely.
you really have to just find yourself. You have to see what man, what do I believe? What do I think about all this?
and what's
that's-
really going on
Stop
in my
watching
life?
mainstream news.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
What's going
Please.
on
On
in my
both
life?
sides.
Please.
I say this like, you know, we've
across the
talked
board.
we've talked in very agreement with a certain side of politics. This podcast is not very bipartisan.
Yeah.
Don't watch either of it. Don't watch
Yeah,
Fox. Don't watch CNN.
No.
It's all bullshit.
Pay
It's all
no attention
garbage.
to it.
It's none of it's
Hot
good.
garbage.
I have
All of
really-
it.
Yeah, I didn't know political pundits until this year.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I'm like seeing the media, I'm seeing the news, and I'm like, this is very biased. And then I'm like, I'd rather something half biased. And that's what got me into like seeing Ben Shapiro. You know what I'm saying? So like Ben Shapiro specifically, he's
Yep.
Jewish. He lets you know every podcast.
Mhm.
He's very conservative. You know what I mean? He doesn't particularly like Trump, but he doesn't like Biden either. You know, so it gives you a good perspective on the whole deal of what's going on.
But if
know?
you watch
So-
the news, both sides can
He's evil.
find a
I'll
reason
say
to
on that one,
dislike.
Have you
yeah,
ever?
you
did
watch
ever-
the news and he goes to like, I'm
Oh.
in kindergarten.
Yeah, everybody's like,
you
well,
need
they
to
said
listen
this.
to,
It's just
Ben Shapiro sits down with Joe Rogan on his podcast.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's a good podcast.
It is. It
And
is a
you really
great
need to listen to
podcast.
it.
you listen to Rogan.
I do.
I do
man,
too. A lot.
I can't help
A lot.
myself.
No, I love it. It's good.
Right. It's great
It's good.
stuff. You know, they get on there.
Rogan's
they
the
talk-
leader we need.
They
That's
talk
the
for
president
hours.
we need.
And
right?
what's so great about him is he talks about anything.
Everything.
He does, and
Anything.
and you know, and me and my wife argue about Rogan in a small
Degree.
sense,
Yeah.
to a small degree, and she says, you know, Joe can only bring. He only brings because he self-admittedly does all his own booking.
Yeah.
He only brings on people who he wants to bring on. Absolutely, but I've listened to Joe Rogan for a number of years now.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty confident, as a very skeptical person myself, that he's pretty open-minded, man.
Right.
There's no
Like,
doubt.
He wants to talk about. He said like
I want to hear
Bring
the stuff
Biden and Trump. Bring everybody.
It's
You're like,
so cool.
I want to be a mediator. Like he's like, I don't give a fuck. I think the whole thing's
Could
broken.
you imagine a
And I was
better
like,
presidential
exactly.
debate than a presidential debate moderated by Joe Rogan?
Where he,
Shut the fuck up, or I put you in a sleeper hold and I put you to sleep.
or he's like,
Yeah.
all right, both of you get high.
Yeah, exactly. Both of you have to smoke, and then you can answer these questions.
Right.
I think it's awesome.
Right.
So-
He's got these conservative values, but he really opens the playing field. So like,
As he should
anyone
be.
Can watch
He
him.
should be.
Anyone can watch
I
it. And
admire him
and
for
that's,
that.
And that's what's so cool because like Joe Biden specifically, he talks about unifying. You know what I mean? But unifying.
But then supports
is,
burning of cities and
exactly,
BLM.
Exactly.
Like,
So like,
Yeah.
when you want to unify, you want to relate to both parties, and
Yeah.
Joe Rogan does a great job of doing that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
He relates to
Strips
both
away
parties.
Because people don't want to be conservative today. I don't want to be conservative.
Because
But
you're
then when-
hated for it. Yeah,
But
exactly.
then when you talk about just the ideas, the ideals of that, you're like, hey, what do you think about this? You're like, oh my
Right.
God, I hope you realize this. You're a conservative. You know, like it's what's out there.
yeah,
So,
that moniker in itself has
Yeah, it's
become
like-
endemoned.
yeah, it has, and it's funny because like so Biden, like I'm not going to get on either
it's a
side.
hell of a marketing job by the other side, right?
Yes,
That's what it is.
and Biden says, "I'm going to unify all of y'all," but everyone that has been supporting Trump,
But nobody
is
voted for him.
low-key
Yeah.
the devil.
Yeah, and we
You
may
know what
try
I mean?
to ruin their lives financially and in
Yeah.
every other aspect we can.
And cancel culture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they just like piss that on you. So it's crazy. It's crazy
is
because you
crazy.
say, I'm going to unify all of y'all, but we also hate all of these other
Did
people.
a good job, Jay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, how are we going to hate all of these people when trying to unify? So we've got to come to some kind of consensus of like, okay, we disagree. But hey, we're all human. We all
need to
pay
move forward.
taxes. Do we like paying
taxes.
taxes? No, we don't like paying taxes. Doesn't matter what side you're on. Doesn't matter if you're trying to help this or that or this or that. You don't like paying taxes. You know what I mean? So let's agree on that.
Taxation
you know?
is theft.
It's
but
like
that's
right
another
now.
podcast.
Yes. Yes. You know, it's like you see your paycheck. You're like, oh, I'm supposed to get $500 this week, but I'm actually getting $460. So you know, it's like that $400.
Wait,
that
where'd
$40.
the other part of it go?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy though.
It is crazy.
There's places, there's things. a lot
Well,
of stuff
what
that's
I
going
want
on.
to do is wrap this up.
Yeah.
And Dawson, you need to come over to our house, my house,
Yeah.
soon. Meet us over there. Help us with our Zoom audio.
Make it not sound like shit.
Hell
yeah.
Dawson.
Hell yeah.
And-
Make it not sound like shit.
But we can do a millennial perspective on common day politics podcast.
I want to fire. I've
I would
got
do
a
that.
bunch of questions I want to fire
Yeah,
at you
dude.
for sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dude,
and
I would
I'm
love
not
that.
gonna lie to y'all. I've got like music coming out, so like there will be a little bit more hype around it.
Let's
know?
do it.
So, like,
You can do whatever you want.
awesome.
We don't. We.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
can do
it.
whatever
I'm
you want.
definitely, I can't help myself but to tie that in there. You know what I mean?
So, if you are interested in Ask the Millennial series,
We're gonna
send
do
us
this
your
soon.
questions in
ask the millennial.
Yes,
At Stormwater
absolutely,
Creek.
man. I
What
think
do
at
you
it's
wanna
Texas
know?
Hog Bait.
You guys know where to shoot questions to.
Yeah,
we
let's do
have
this.
emails,
Yeah.
and
Instagram.
Instagrams, and Facebook.
Facebook.
So, man, what a party at the Texas
Dawson,
Hog Bait
thank you.
headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie,
Thank you
Jackie,
all.
thank you. He's
was-
off to
yeah.
the side with Jordan, Jared,
Hey.
whatever.
dismount, man.
Dismount.
All right.
That was
Get
it.
off that
Thank you
horse,
all.
boy.
Dawson
Keith
gets it.
Brantley. Yes.
We're done. Thank
Thank
you guys.
Stormwater Creek is the best. Grinch, the captain. Aim, the helper. Jordan, the problem solver. I hope you like Stormwater Creek. Stormwater Creek.